Well, we left off with you being branded by Gaziel.
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting development.
Yep.
He branded you?
Yep.
Like here or here?
It was right between my shoulder blades.
Okay. All right.
Less than pleasant. You can cut open my armor to do it too.
Oh,
and
sad.
So now I have damaged clothes. And so I was like, yo, what's up? And I talked him into giving me some of this steel as a potential weapon that they have down there. It's just like this greenish black metal that everyone's using that doesn't appear to be damaged by fire. Like the chain devils that have it, it was like laying in the lava and then they could still touch it. So he gave me an orb, which I don't know how to use. I was like, well, that's almost the same as some new clothes. Thanks for cutting my shirt, Dad.
Sounds like a bad father. He's like, psh, here's some candy.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fix my split lip.
Next time it'll be a cough drop.
Right?
Oh.
And that is where we left with you. I don't think I gave you any details of what it does.
No, in my parentheses, you made me write focus.
It can be used as an arcane focus. I did tell you that.
That's literally all I know.
So that's all I told you.
Yep. And I think you got distracted. We're about to kill the pit fiend in front of me.
Just as I remember that. That's kind of where we left off.
Just as I got it, you're like, and the chain devils come back with, what's his name?
Didn't give you a name.
No.
You gave him
I gave him
fake
a name because I was trying to continue lying.
Gaziel is standing near you. He puts his giant red hand with his long black claws on your shoulder. Basically sets it down on your shoulder because he towers above you. He is about 15 feet tall. He looks at the pit fiend who is being drug in by these chain devils, and they have their green chain hooks buried into the pit fiend's flesh, and they're pulling him in. I think I told you last time that it looks like he's either not resisting as much as he could, or there's something else going on.
Mm-hmm.
Give me I'm going to say an investigation. What's your passive investigation, actually? Because I think you get that with your feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that should become 16 for my passive investigation.
You can tell that these hooks that are buried into his flesh are binding him with more strength than a chain devil would have. And that's actually what is helping pull him into this room, drag him in front of Gaziel. Gaziel looks down at you. And what should we do with this creature? And he looks to you for an answer. And he waits. As he says that, the devil, the lady that he's with, it seems that she's been his right-hand lady, doesn't say anything, but she looks to you as well. And she is a fully plated, different kind of devil with large red feathery wings. They're folded up on their side.
Can you not be turned to your cause? Can you be forced into some contract or deal?
This creature will never serve me. He does not serve the master of the Gethos. And the pit fiend is struggling against the chains, but he's not talking. He is, he's not like flailing about because he's being pulled tight from each end. You're standing in the middle platform, in the middle of a circular room that has a magma pit inside the, or right outside the walkway. And there's a perimeter around the circle and then a walkway straight through the middle. and you're on that walkway. It is really hot. Roll me a Constitution check again, because you haven't gotten any relief.
23.
You're still doing all right for the
Really?
heat.
That's intense.
I'm built for this, but it's not fun.
And you're built for it, but not for an indefinite amount of time.
No. The fact that I'm still making the Constitution checks makes me nervous about my long-term prospects. If he cannot be turned, then I would have those chain devils march in opposite directions until their hooks come free.
He walks back to his throne. He looks back to make sure you're following him, and you can just tell that's why he looks back. He turns around and he sits down on his giant skull throne made out of hundreds of different skulls of all shapes and sizes. Very well. You heard my son. And he makes a faint smile with his skull face. One of the chain devils rips that chain really tight, and you can see when it yanks, it starts to stretch against the pit fiend's flesh, and it's buried deep right under his pec. And the other hook that you can't really see is buried deep somewhere in his back. He's now twisted sideways from the force of the chains pulling against each other, where at first he was just facing you. It rips his body to the side, and you can see the flesh starting to pull as the chain devil starts to pull. He grabs it like tug of war once, twice, hand over hand, and he continues yanking until it finally rips out. And it does rip out. It doesn't rip off like a whole appendage. It doesn't rip the pit fiend in half, but it is buried really deep. And when it does, a spout of blood blows out of that side that you can see. And he's like, ah! He screams. And Gaziel chuckles, actually. Do you actually chuckle?
Probably not in you know.
Okay.
This is fucking me up a little bit. I'm just stone facing as much as possible.
You're like in the Cube or some shit with Pinhead. It's
Yes.
like a bad deal.
Basically.
You're not there. You'll get your time, don't worry.
Only Merit is here.
Yeah.
He screams at the top of his lungs. Should we kill this pet fiend? While you're thinking of that, who are we going to next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deloran.
Oh, nice. I can't see it.
It's gonna be you. So Deloran, you are
I'm in prison.
in Riverstorm. You've been there for now 12 hours. Have 12 hours of reading time.
Sweet.
But that'll put you to pretty much bedtime.
Okay.
Like, you're getting tired at this point.
All right.
How far into the reading are you? In your
33
tome?
hours in.
33 out of 48.
So I have 15
You're
hours
actually
left.
really close, and I believe you have one more day? Let me double check that, because I think you do.
You do. He does have one more.
Today is, let me mark it on my calendar, the 14th of Anam. On the 19th is Solus Tenebris. After you sleep tonight, it'll be the 15th. So I'm just going to mark it as the 15th so I don't forget.
Oh, so I have one more day left. That's sweet. I might actually finish it.
You might actually finish your book.
But you
in
get
time.
46 hours.
Oh, that'd be shitty.
You are in the furthest cell of the Riverstorm dungeon. It's a small dungeon, and they don't keep a lot of people here, but they don't keep anyone here right now. It's just Deloran.
I've been here before.
This is
Is it
the
my old
same
cell?
cell.
Nice. That's great. Things have come full circle.
The one with, is there a big hole in the ceiling?
There's a bunch of new masonry.
In Riverstorm, you know Magnus has taken control of it. You are waiting for word on him. And you are flipping through your tome. Did I give you an actual book, or is it like a tablet?
It's a manual of bodily health.
So it's an actual tome, a book that you're flipping through the pages, and you've probably read through this book once already, from front to back. It just has more words. You keep flipping the pages. It's like a never-ending staircase.
Okay.
You hear the metal gate at the end of the dungeon, this would be the secondary gate, open and then close with a clangor.
Oh, around the time that I'm getting ready to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You hear the footsteps, and you hear each time the foot sets down, the claws tap on the ground. Dragonborn.
I'll stand up.
Magnus Monroe walks into the dungeons. He is pacing, not meandering, but he's not rushing. This is the first time you've seen him in person. You've seen him in visions, you've seen him in the dream, but you've never actually met him. And the first thing you notice, compared to the dream, where he was most likely projecting an image of himself, is he looks older. He looks aged. His scales have faded from that red to a dull red, almost a copper look. Usually, Dragonborn, the more they age, the more they fade. And
Get kind of dingy looking.
he's looking worse for wear. He definitely has some scales missing on the sides of his muzzle right here, down and under his chin. He has the horns, they kind of twirl back and up, but you can see they have the aged marks of discoloration where they're more blackened at the roots.
Evening.
Deloran Cooper.
I'll hold up my tin cup with whatever shitty water they gave me.
Freshwater.
Hmm.
They take care of you well enough, and your food wasn't actually half bad.
Nice.
So, you've come to Riverstorm by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Am I to presume that you've brought me the tome against your party's better wishes?
That is not what happened.
Then why are you here?
Well, I have information that you need, and I thought it would be best for us to talk about how we could combine our efforts to stop Nerul instead of fighting against each other.
I have made my plans. I've even let you in on my plans.
Some of them, sure. The problem is that we don't have the book and we can't get it anymore.
Who has it?
Someone in next dimensional space that won't be back until after the solstice.
Who has the tome?
Gloriosa has the tome. But she's gone, literally. Until after the solstice for a significant period of time. Before Merritt knew that we had that talk, he spirited her away into some other place. And she's not coming back for a little while. And we can't get to where she is.
Why did you come by yourself?
I mean, that was kind of complicated. I didn't really have a choice there. That's just what happened.
He looks at you, and he definitely looks at you with disbelief. Whether you're telling the truth or not, it sounds so far-fetched to him that he doesn't hide his expressions.
I'll just be honest. I was in Shadowstorm fighting a Death Knight and a Shadow Dragon, and they were winning. and so Merritt banished me. But instead of trying to escape the city since I was here, I thought it would be prudent of me to seek an audience with you so that you could know what I know and plan accordingly.
I see. You've brought me nothing of value.
I mean, at least you're not waiting for the tome anymore. If there's a way to change your plans that would spare the citizens of this city, I would do it.
Bring me the tome.
I literally cannot. If I could bring you the tome, I would do it. My argument was to bring the tome to you, but it is unfortunately outside of our grasp.
Very well. He just sits there for actually a good little bit, thinking.
Can I ask you something?
You almost break him out of his train of thought. He looks back up. His eyes were looking at the ground while he was thinking.
One of the things you said during our shared communication earlier was that you could still ascend without the tome, but it would be bad for the citizens of Riverstorm. Why? You also said there was a reason that we were becoming more powerful. What reason? What's really going on?
I couldn't tell you for sure what is happening.
What do you think is happening?
I need to think. I will be back.
You know where to find me.
Do not try to run away.
Do I look like I'm trying to go anywhere?
Very well. He turns around, and without saying another word, without saying goodbye, he walks down the hallway out of sight. You hear the clangor again of the second jail cell as it shuts.
I'll go to sleep.
And you bed down. You do have a mostly comfortable mattress and pillow. You'll get your long rest.
Yeah, I took my armor off, so I'm more comfortable than usual.
And that's going to bring us to the third story going on. The simultaneous third story of my campaign.
Trying to get back together.
I'm ready.
Trying. Dragons.
Raphael, Artegan, you two decided to head to the cultists' estates. These estates are outside of the city. I'll pull up that map too for everyone to see. So, the last time we left off with you, Artegan was flying through the air as an adult white dragon, because why not? This is Artegan we're talking about. If he's not a T-Rex, he's a dragon in these days. Raphael, you are over here fighting against one of the members of the estates. He isn't quite down, but you guys have given him a thorough thrashing. Now, I remember we left off on Artegan's turn, but this guy actually didn't go. So he is going to do one thing before Artegan. You were flying through the air. You saw two people you could hit with your cone of cold as a dragon. He's not here anymore. He's like way off the map.
Oh.
Artegan. I'll put the battle cam on in a minute. You diverted your flight path when someone from the side hit you with a giant lightning chain, and it went across your body, and it actually almost knocked you out of dragon form. It kind of turned your head as to what could happen, with people that are casting spells at a dragon. It still can change the tide of battle, even though you are a dragon. And you thought, that one needs to die. Turned around, and you're heading towards her. Raphael, you and Gillian and Artegan all beat this guy to living tarnation. Let's put on the battle cam. You are at the house, the estate that's furthest left and closest to you on that map that you have in your OneNote. And you two are over here, just coming out of that field. And let's see if this will hit it. Why is Deloran out here? You're not actually there.
No, I'm in prison.
You're in prison.
Why is Gazy here?
Ryan was playing with his little figurines.
Yeah,
Right,
we
little
were
battle.
talking.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Gaziel.
Pew pew. I'll kill you, Gazy.
I'll eat your soul.
Spite, 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 spite.
Yeah, right.
That's like my car rides on my way to work. It's like
that's
practicing. People probably think I'm crazy. Like, what the fuck is he
Talking to
saying?
yourself
Who's he
in the car.
talking to? You know that, or they're like, "You talking to me?"
I probably just think you're talking to someone on the phone and they can't tell.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Mm-hmm.
So, Raphael, here you are. Oh, sorry. Gillian and this Shadar Kai. And you can tell he's a Shadar Kai when you get close to him, and as you are striking at him, he has that pale face of a Shadowfell elf. He has completely balded head. Looks like he shaves it to the skin. And he has tattoos all around his eyes and his cheeks and his neck that go down into the clotheslines. He's wearing light armors, and he's moving rather dexterously as he's avoiding half the blows that you guys have thrown at him, but the other half have actually cut into him pretty deep. And you can see he has a few wounds, a couple across his chest. He looks at you. If you have any honor, I surrender. He holds up his hand. He wasn't wielding any weapon that you could see. The only thing he's done so far is cast spells.
Go for that motherfucker. Yeah, right.
I take the point of my blade and I put it up right to his throat.
He bares his throat submissively.
Where's they keeping Awel?
Oh well. She's further in. She's being kept in the residences.
And where is these?
You just follow the path between those buildings, go further down. You'll find her. She's in the furthest building to the left.
Do you hold influence over everyone here?
Not everyone, no.
Can you tell them all to surrender?
No, but I can call for it. They won't listen to me, though. They're going to listen to Dvorak.
Where's Dvorak?
Make a perception check.
Uh, 19.
19.
Call it 19, yeah.
You do actually see this. From here, through the trees, you see someone that had just left that building, probably from the back somewhere, you can't see from where, take off into the sky after Artegan. And he's flying through the sky. Just a normal person. He looks up, you see it, he sees it, and once he realizes that you see it, he points it out. But he wasn't going to point it out beforehand, you can just tell that.
He was doing
He's
like
right there.
the subtle peek.
Gillian looks at you. If you need to go, I can watch him.
If he moves,
He does the same move you did, and he points his blade at the guy's throat.
and I cast fly on myself.
Nice. You cast fly.
We can all fly now.
Do you have any other concentration effects?
Not going on right now.
So on your turn, I'd say the talking is fine. You cast fly as your action. You have movement left, and you can fly up to 60. Fly is 60, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
do your walking speed.
No.
And you take off into the air. Can you give me that plastic razor? Raphael goes for a ride up into the air.
I can see up your kilt.
You can get to like about right here.
I love the kilt on, by the way. It's great.
I don't, though.
But you do. Look, you do.
So that is your action, your round. Gillian, like I said, he mirrors you. But we haven't gotten to Artegan yet, so we're a little out of order because these are kind of two different areas of fighting at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're together, you're split up still, kind of. Give me a
Much to your
perception check,
dismay.
Artegan, at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Actually, it'll just be harder to do, not a disadvantage. It's just going to be a harder DC. DC of 21.
I have a passive perception of 21.
Okay, that's right. You're a dragon.
Does that count?
That does count. I guess I don't know the rules on if you tie the DC. It's if you tie the DC, you succeed, I believe.
Imagine so. Just like if you
I think
tie
you have to
the-
meet the DC, just like an armor
If you
class.
tie
Tie
the
goes
DC.
to the defender. Yeah.
So you do see as you are now streaking past this building. You're way off the map over here. So you're like... Here, let's move Gaziel out of the way. You're not there anymore, Gaziel.
No.
You can see that past this building over here, coming out of it actually, because you're past it, someone goes out the back door and takes to the air. And they do it swiftly and naturally. Straight towards you. A beeline towards you. What do you do?
Well, I am within 60 feet of the
Yes.
one, so I'm gonna breathe.
So the Shatter Kai female that cast chain lightning at you,
Mhm.
she is facing you down as you're riding in or flying in. And you have recharged your cold breath.
Yep.
It's a dexterity save,
Constitution.
constitution save.
DC 19.
She does not make it.
Let's see, and that would be 12d8.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage.
6. Maybe I should have just done this on my phone. You know what? I'm just going to do this an easier way. 12d8.
Yeah, too many dice to do it.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I've felt that before. $12d8 of cold damage as your breath explodes and plumes outward.
55 damage.
And when it does, it actually starts to, as it meets the ground, you see the dirt around, the force of the breath and the cold when they meet, and then it sweeps across her whole body. And it actually obscures everything from sight for that few seconds of a devastating cold breath. 55 damage, huh?
Mhm.
And once you are now almost overhead because you're doing it on the flyby, what's your move going to be?
After I breathe, I'm going to take up into the sky and get a good aerial view. Try to get out of reach that I think that guy is going to be able to go.
Okay. So you go even higher up. You just... Your natural perception, when you look back down, she is still standing. Albeit, looks like she took quite a bit of a beating in that cold blast, but she's still up. And you can also see that he's trailing behind you. And he's not that far behind.
Oh, you're about to get spelled, man.
That was your turn.
Mhm.
Raphael cast fly, you moved. I had skipped him, so we're going to go back to enemies. Starting with him. He's not doing anything. He's being held at blade point by Gillian. Artegan. You move 80
Mhm.
normally. You're already within range, so you are about 100 and... I'm going to say 120 in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So you're about 120 away from her, if she can even do anything at that point. We will see. Do the math of how much damage you guys have done to him, and then her, 55. All right. I don't know if that'll reach, but we will see. It's like a million spells to look up nowadays. 120 feet. A ghostly skeletal hand appears in your space as you're flying. Go ahead and make a Constitution check. Actually, it's a ranged spell attack. Wow.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay.
She
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
casts Chill Touch. What is your AC? You said 18?
Yep.
That is a miss. She misses you with her spell. And then he will also cast a spell. He's flying behind you through the air. Yeah, that's what he's going to cast. It's not even in there. Then we'll try something else. I'm going to check my other spell book one quick second, because I think that is an actual spell.
What is?
Yep, it's in here, it's just not in here. Make a Constitution save. He reaches out his hand, and you feel a necrotic energy starting to surge between each scale.
Inspiration.
Yep.
That's it. That's your last inspiration.
Yep. That is a 22.
That is a save. And the necrotic energy starts surging between each scale, up and around your body. It starts to wrap itself around you, and you can feel yourself decaying ever so slightly as he casts harm. So you're going to take half damage. Unlike you, I like to roll a lot of dice. So here we go. That's 18 plus... Man, that's a lame roll. 26, 7, 8, 33 halved. You're going to take 16 necrotic damage as it surges up and around your body. And you can feel some of your scales drying up and cracking throughout your body. Make a Constitution save.
Let's see. That is a 14.
So that is not enough.
Nope.
Wait, 10 or half the damage?
Oh, half the damage, so it'd
half
be
the
16.
That is enough.
Okay.
You remain in dragon form as he's chasing you through the air.
Stop it.
And that's going to actually circle back around. Now I feel like I did skip Raphael somehow. We started here.
It's because he made his move off of his turn.
That's right. Starting with Artegan. Go. What are you doing? You're now 120 feet in the air, flying straight up.
And I'm 120 feet away from the one on the ground. The one that's flying towards me, how far away is he?
Closer. Within 60.
Oh, I should probably check to see if I recharge. I do not. Recharge my breath. I'll fly 160 up.
Straight up. Artegan flies away. Fast. Faster than you can fly. For sure. Like, you've seen him flying around this battlefield. He went to the tower. He grabbed some stone, came back, dropped it on a guy. And as he's flying around, you know you will not catch him. But you can see that other guy. He's a little off that way. A few hundred feet. What are you doing?
How close am I?
A few hundred feet.
A few hundred feet away
He's
from
off
this
the
dude?
battle map.
Oh, Artegan?
Even further.
Or Dvorak?
Dvorak.
I go towards Dvorak.
Let's see. Because that's 30, 60, 90. About 200 and so feet. You gonna go 60 closer?
Yeah, I'm
And then 60 more.
trying to get up to him.
So he's within 80 now?
60. Actually, I have like a long measuring. This is 8 squares. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20, 40. And you go 120. So 3 of these. They'll be like right here. Right about the wall. And that takes your movement. That takes your dash. But you can see that you caught up with him quite a bit. In fact, you're probably within 100 of him right now.
Okay.
That will bring it to their turn again. You've lost sight of Gillian for the most part, because when you look down in this area, it's all dark. It's all dim light to you. The only things that are easy to see is where there's actual light sources. You look up and you see Artegan barely in the sky. It's still dim light for you. Does Dvorak notice you? He slows his ascent, turns back, and now he's floating above you, and he sees you flying up towards him, trying to catch up. You can tell, even though it's dark out, he does pull a weapon from its sheath and flies down to meet you, and he's going to double move. He'll meet you this round.
You guys fucked.
I can actually just put him right next to you.
Oh, great idea.
Throw him on there.
Platform buddies. Da-da-dee-doo.
Yep.
That was their turn. And then we're going to start with Artegan. But I'm going to keep bouncing around for 3 separate areas of the world, guys. Let's go back and visit Merritt. Our friend Merritt. What is he doing? Okay. Merritt, we left you in hell. He asked you if you think you should kill the pit fiend or if you think he should let it survive.
I'm having flashbacks of the stories I heard of Hollow's Vale when it became Desolation's Hollow, and the way Gloriosa was apparently covered in blood of the evildoers she was slaying. And then I say,
Give me No, don't give me anything. As you're thinking that, you actually feel a connection, as if someone's standing by you inside your own mind. It is your father, Gaziel, the man that you now, the devil that you now share a brand with. And as you're watching these fleeting thoughts through your head, he's watching them with you.
say,
And now you know you need to tame your thoughts.
you already said that he could not be tamed.
Very well. He stands up once again off his bone throne, takes 3 steps forward, grabs the pit fiend by the neck, And when he does, he has such a force. He starts squeezing, and you can see the pit fiend's eyes start to pulsate slightly. They bulge a little. Yeah? I can't. You open it.
Bio break.
Apparently you got breakfast.
I can't eat that right now.
Sure you can.
Oh, that's warm.
Oh, that's warm.
All right, where are we?
Oh, that's warm.
I think that's bacon.
I think so. Too.
Oh, yeah, oh shit.
Look at John's
gonna put it over
I'm
there
like,
now?
what?
No, if we put it over there, there'll be none left.
That's why I put it
I
over here so we can
promise.
smell.
Yeah.
I'll leave some, I promise.
All right.
I wouldn't promise that. That'd be a lie.
So that's the throat grab.
Sorry, that was a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the pit fiend's eyes start to bulge slightly as he has his long fingers wrapped around his neck, and he starts to speak in Infernal. If you kill me, they will execute you in the halls of justice. Gaziel just looks at him. I don't think that's going to happen. And as he does that, he squeezes a little tighter. I don't think you've told anyone what you know yet. I think that you're bluffing. Pit Fiend looks at him. He kind of looks afraid now. And as he starts to speak, his words are stifled. As his throat, you hear a pop and a crunch as it breaks his esophagus. And his head kind of lolls to the side. You can see a part of his eye, kind of a surge of pain goes through it. And then Gaziel clasps around his neck until his fingers touch his claws, the tips of them tink. And when he does, the pit fiend's head falls limp. And he tosses him lightly to the side on this walkway into the lava. A splash of lava goes up. Give me a dexterity save.
14.
That's good for you, because lava will be the last thing you want on you as it splashes up and around. It actually hits one of the chain devils that are standing there still, like a sentinel, who just sits there when it hits, and it starts to eat through his flesh immediately. And the pit fiend's body floats up once, floats up twice, and then slowly starts to submerge down. Gaziel looks down at you. Zadkiel. We now share a bond together.
I noticed.
When you get back to the prime material, say hi to your mother for me. The last time we met, we didn't end on good terms, as she slay my mortal body.
Talk about a divided family.
Why did you choose him?
He was chosen for me. I made a deal with Ramiel a long, long time ago to walk the world. But Ramiel, he was more sly than I gave him credit for. He let me walk the world in that man's flesh. He limited my powers. And he was true to his connections with Beator. I didn't expect that from him. He turns around and sits back down once again. Skizzet's hovering nearby you. He is still remaining visible to everyone, your little imp familiar.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just looks at you as everyone else is looking at you. You are the main attraction here.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to Deloran.
Oh, sweet.
What are you doing over there?
I'm making a dwarven
Don't
cleric
do that
of the
during
forge.
game. Do that between games.
I do it all the time.
Stop it.
I do it when I'm at work.
Stop it, Josh. You're going to make me crazy.
I'm sorry.
I'll forgive you when you stop it.
Well, I guess I'm just going to keep saying I'm sorry
Stop
for
it.
a long time.
You awaken from your cell.
Okay. Have I had a long rest?
No.
Oh. All right. Payback's a bitch. Okay.
That's right. Don't pull that phone out.
I mean, whatever.
You hear the clangor once again.
This is the middle of the night that he's coming back?
This is in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And you hear the footsteps with the claws. The Dragonborn coming back.
Stand up. I'll stand at parade rest.
You stand at attention.
Not attention. Parade rest is when your legs split and your hands behind your back.
That's attention to me.
That's not attention, but
Whatever.
okay. Really? What the fuck?
You look over and it's not Magnus walking into this cell. It is
Merit with bacon.
Right.
Augustus.
The evening Augustus.
He has his full armor on. He has his sword at the side. Different sword than when you last saw him because you guys killed him and took his last sword the last time you met.
And then sold it off.
Well, not the last time you met.
Time
But one
before.
of those times.
Yeah, time before. Last time I met, he beat the shit out of me, apparently. Him and his two buddies. The red hot threesome.
He walks into the jail, over to your cell, and looks at you. Deloran Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Why have you come to my city?
I thought Magnus was in charge here, not you.
It is our city.
I wonder if that's the way he thinks about it. I came because I had few options.
You don't need to pretend that you know our relationship better than I know it.
No, I don't know it. I said I wonder. I didn't say I think. I don't know it. This is news to me. No, I didn't have a lot of choices at the time.
I've been waiting for that rematch, one-on-one.
The tiebreaker, you mean?
The last time wasn't exactly fair.
The time before that wasn't either. Well, I tell you what, you let me get a full night's sleep, and tomorrow, if you want to, we can do that.
I do want to. I don't know if that's going to be an option right now, depending what Magnus wants to do with you.
Because it's his city?
Jab through the bars.
I'm not going to stand close enough that he can stick me.
He holds his composure. He doesn't flinch.
You let me know what's to be done, and I'm willing either way. If you want to fight, we can do that. If you'd like to put our heads together and try to stop this horrible thing that seems to be going on in this world, I'm game for that too. I'm at least smart enough to know that I'm not the one calling the shots here.
Who do you think is going to take charge? When Magnus leaves, who do you think will take the reins? It's not going to be Frodrick.
That's true.
You would eat the reins.
Yeah, right. And the horse, probably. Yeah, fair enough. Well then. Long live the king, I guess. That's not
I don't
something.
think that you know Magnus like you think you know him.
I don't. You're right. You want to tell me about him?
No. But
Okay.
if you think that you came here to get a deal,
I came here because literally there was a shadow dragon and a death knight and they were killing me. And so my friend cast a spell on me and this is where I ended up.
your story does not have a happy ending.
I don't think any of our stories have a happy ending, Augustus. We're warriors. We live by the sword. We die by the sword. That's the way this works for us. I'm sorry if you thought it was ever going to be any different. But I know my lot in life.
I've lived that lot in life.
I know I killed you.
I'm right here.
Well, it didn't stick, obviously. Maybe next time I'll do it right.
He pulls out a small flask, holds it up.
Tin cup?
You pull your tin cup out, you hold it
Yeah.
outside of the cell, and he'll pour you a few shots.
Okay,
Actually, like half a glass.
cool. Thank you. I'm grateful.
Is there anyone that you want me to relay a message to if you never make it out?
Do I know Olivia's last name?
I think I have it.
I
and
do.
You do know it.
Okay, I know it. So, and I know where she ended up, right?
You know that she is in... I have a city map. Oldara.
Okay.
That was her home city.
Yes, there are two messages, if you wouldn't mind. Olivia, blah blah blah, in Oldara, is an old companion of mine, and you should let her know that I was wrong, and the path of peace is the right one, and that she was right. And then, if you could please, if you have the chance to speak to my parents, you could let them know that I love them, and tell my father that I'm sorry that I was a disappointment. I would be grateful.
He hands you a piece of parchment and a pen,
Cool.
a quill. Olivia Dearborn.
Olivia Dearborn. Okay, so I'll just write her
And
a
it
letter.
looks like he already had them in his pouch at his side, ready to go.
You are more gracious than you have any right to be. Thank you. So I'll write Olivia a note and then my parents a note.
So you'll spend the next 30 minutes. You can go back to bed after you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be the next switchover point back to Raphael, back to Artegan, who are in the middle of a full-blown combat, wondering what the hell they're going to do. Dvorak spends his action to meet you in battle, Raphael. He is now face to face with you. He has a sword drawn, and this sword has a pitch black darkness to it. It is Artegan's turn.
I'm going to fly directly over these two, about 160 feet above them.
Okay. You are
Oh.
160 feet up.
My breath does not recharge.
Okay.
That's all I do.
You look up, and there's a looming shadow above you. Artegan, the dragon. Dragagon? We got to come up with a good one.
Drag again.
I was thinking Artegan, but
Sure.
Artegan?
Artragon.
Artegan?
Artragon.
That's all right.
It's clumsy.
Yeah. None of them work. Raphael.
I'm going to use my action to try to persuade him.
With words?
Yep.
He flew into you, full on battle charge, sword at the ready. And you use your words. What do you say?
Well, first I'm going to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay. Charm person.
DC 18. Wisdom.
Got it. So first, he has advantage. He saves.
Damn. All right, so I just say,
So now just your words. Although charm person has effects, like he can tell you're casting the spell.
yep.
He smiles.
I'll just end my turn by saying, I cannot control Z's dragon. You will have better chance if you give up.
Okay. That was how Raphael spent his turn.
I love a good wasted turn. For diplomatic reasons. Oh, man. It always feels so necessary in the moment. Like, I just need to... Oh, okay.
He looks at you. My name is Deloran. Remember that when I send you back to hell.
There you go.
Roll. I want to say charisma save.
And Dick slapped the shit out of you now.
Shit, it's the only thing I'm not good at.
And that's why you're doing it now.
I'm going to tell you for
If you
sure.
can get him to monologue.
It is a
He
charisma
sounds
save.
prone to monologuing.
Just roll one. Yeah, roll well though, man. Well, that's not it.
6.
You feel a magical
Indomitable
energy
will.
start to wrap its way around your body.
call.
Try
This is your second one. You used one last game, but you have 2.
I have 3, yo.
You have 3? Okay.
He's the man.
Don't fuck up.
Do it.
Fuck it up.
No.
10.
No.
What happens?
The magical energy completes around your body, and you are pushed out of the Shadowfell and out of this existence, and you are now falling through the air above a city in the daytime.
Banishment.
Still flying, right?
Flying, because you didn't take any damage.
Welcome to Riverstorm, Holmes.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, you should.
Do I recognize it?
Fly away.
You've been to Riverstorm as Raphael, I think. I'm trying to remember what you've done compared to what Garavon's done.
I've been to Riverstorm. Because I was tracking these guys.
Okay. Yes, you do recognize it because it's very recognizable when you see the castle that's built halfway into this mountainside.
Get the fuck out.
And it's the counterpart to Shadowstorm and the Shadowfell. You have been banished.
All right.
Hope they don't banish Art. White dragon above the city.
I could still have fun that way.
He's a beast. We don't know where he goes. Maybe he goes to the astral plane. Or Beator. Who knows?
Dragons are not from hell.
Tiamat is.
Well, she's in the abyss.
I think she lives in hell in Beator.
Oh, does she? Maybe.
Doesn't matter. It hasn't happened yet. You are banished. It's your action, Artegan. You see Raphael disappear. And then you see him fly back down to the ground. And he starts yelling and shouting. Everyone down there is shouting. People are running around, and it looks like he's starting to organize everyone. for an assault. He shouts some orders that you can't discern from way up in the air. You can tell that he's pointing in different areas, and people are starting to split up to encircle these buildings.
Wait, aren't these guys Crothers guys?
Kill them all. Kill them all.
Let's see here.
Estate. They're
Don't-
all Shatter Kai.
But they came out of these buildings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they circling the buildings?
They're spreading out.
Are there any buildings that are not circled yet?
They're not like, okay, maybe that's a bad description. They're not circling the buildings.
They're
They're spreading out, taking cover, and getting ready for an assault.
They don't want to get dragon breathed in one swing.
Gotcha. What's happening over here with
Gillian?
Gillian? Can I see
That's
it?
a good question. It's give me a perception check. You're way up in the air. And it's at disadvantage. Do you have dark? No, it's disadvantage because it's still too far away for dark vision to matter.
Okay.
Because even though it's daytime down here, it's still dim light.
It's 17.
17. There's a fight going on. They are fighting. Currently, blades locked.
Okay, I'm gonna fly over to Gillian. Or
Okay.
as far as I can get.
You get pretty far.
Yeah.
You go 160.
Yep.
Whoa.
An arc from that way down here, or straight up and then down.
Maybe drop like 40 feet, but mostly meeting over top of them. Going over top of those two.
Okay. That was your action.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to keep going with you, Raphael? What do you do?
I'm in the
You are
material
now, like,
plane.
hovering up above a roof. In fact, you're near a well, you're not near the castle, and you're not near any of the districts that you know. You're above a lot of residential housing. You can see the castle from here in the Royals District. You can see a steeple way off in the distance in the Royals District, and a bunch of the little shops like the tailor shop and some recognizable landmarks. You can see the little shorter mid-wall that separates the shipwright district from the rest of the city. There's a lot of people on the streets. There's a lot of Dragonborn, and you don't feel like anyone's noticed you yet as you take a quick scan of your surroundings. You don't feel like anyone's looked up.
I teleport to Linspire.
Teleport. Poof. He's gone.
Specifically, I want to go to the cottage.
That was quick.
You do know where that's at, and you do have a good grasp and understanding of that area, so you do not have to roll. You use your Helm of Teleportation, 1 of 3 charges, and you are gone from Riverstorm in an instant before anyone even knows you're there.
So close.
So close.
Reinforced.
Yeah, I'm looking out the window. I'm like, hey, I know that. I'm like,
A moment of hope.
right? They came for me. Zoom. Fuck. I always knew that guy was an asshole.
Artegan. This Shatter Kai flies towards you again. He does not seem scared of a dragon.
Oh, Dvorak?
Dvorak. Go ahead. Oh, it's not it's a melee spell attack, so he'll go to hit you. He's going to cast this at a higher level.
TPK. TPK.
He might actually miss, though.
If he doesn't miss, you are in some serious shit.
Your AC is 18. He misses. I don't even know if you'll know what actually happens on a miss, because this isn't like he's flinging some kind of ranged projectile. You feel the necrotic energy that's already been infused inside the crevices in your scales. It tries to start expanding up and around your body. It doesn't take hold, and you continue your moving this way. The Shatter Kai that casts Chain Lightning is now pretty far away in that direction. The only Shatter Kai around within 1 flight's distance of you is Dvorak and this guy that's fighting Gillian. The one that you don't know he surrendered, but the one that surrendered.
So you said Dvorak landed on the ground.
Yeah, he can fly 60.
Okay, so when I was moving, he came up to meet me, and then
He came up a little bit to meet you
Okay.
to cast a spell. He's still in the air. He hasn't moved any further. In fact, you're now back on the battle map. Hey, we can put you back here. Can I have that riser as well?
Yeah. And then
And Dvorak. Raphael's gone. I'll take that riser.
Yo, dude. I'm gonna be no respect.
And he flew up to meet you as you were passing by.
that's kind of scary.
You're still like up here though, just so you know.
yeah, was it 120 up?
120.
Wait, so was he right next to me?
No, he's not right next to you. It's a spell attack.
But it's a melee spell attack?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not a melee spell attack.
That's why I was confused. I thought I heard you say melee spell attack. I'm like,
Did I? Well, I was wrong.
okay, gotcha. Let's see.
Was it enervation?
Can't tell you. You don't know.
Let's see. Can I tell how well Gillian's doing from up here?
You want to roll for your retainer?
No.
No? Alright. So, 1 round of combat that you know of has passed with this Shatter Kai and Gillian. Well, Gillian's doing alright for himself right now. This is him, and he is winning the fight. They are mostly locked in battle, and no one's drawn first blood yet on this second bout.
I'm going to go over to Dvorak, actually. Then.
Alright, so you're going to fly straight down to Dvorak. Go ahead and roll your d6.
Oh, how far away is he? I don't recharge.
He is
If I just
about
use my
60.
movement? Okay, so I have to use both my movement and my action to get down to him?
No, you fly at 80.
Okay.
So you can like get to him this round.
And in his face.
I will do that.
Alright, Artegan, you fly down to him. He looks ready to meet you in battle.
I use Frightful Presence, then make 3 attacks.
Frightful
So,
Presence is a spell-like ability.
14 Wisdom save.
He saves. Does anything else happen besides the fear?
Only if he fails a save, then he's frightened for...
Okay, so he did not fail the save.
Okay, and a bite. That is 29 to hit.
That's a hit, okay.
For, let's see, 9 plus 6 is 15 damage.
Okay.
And then Claw is a 30 to hit. And the second Claw is a 15 to hit.
2 hits, 1 miss.
Okay, so it's a 2d8 for the second one. So 11 plus 6 is 17 damage for the Claw.
17 damage. Okay. I guess he'll look at you and he will mirror your 3 strikes with 3 of his own, with that long black blade that he wields.
Shadow
All right, here we go. AC of 18. Wow. The first strike, he comes across the scales and it just ricochets off them. No damage whatsoever. The second time, he sticks it up and under one of your scales that are already cracked from some of that necrotic energy, and he tries to pry it up, but it pries loose. He only gets 1 good strike in the entire thing, and he will do...
Oh, by the way, curious, does he have to make concentration check to keep flying?
Good call. He definitely has to make concentration checks just like anyone.
A 15 and a 17.
That is a save. And a save, because it's 10.
Mm-hmm.
Or half the damage.
And I'll have to make one for whatever he does for damage.
D6 plus...
Oh, yeah. It'd be sucky if you pop loose. You got feather fall, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
18. 26 plus 5. 31. Some of it's piercing, some of it's necrotic, if you need to separate those out.
I'm only immune to cold, and I have no resistances.
Okay.
So
36 damage as he jams it up. Did I say 36? 26, right?
I don't know, man.
All right, recounting. 17, 21, 6, 31.
31.
31. And your hit point maximum is reduced by... I guess it's your dragon hit point maximum?
Mm-hmm.
21.
Okay. And my
Concentration.
concentration check was a 9 plus 11, so 20.
So you succeed.
Mhm.
Raphael. Actually, it is Artegan. Did you go, then he goes? Did I skip Raphael?
You skipped
You
me.
did skip him.
So Raphael, in that time, you got to the cottage. You were very familiar with it. I'm guessing you're running downstairs.
Yep, I'm going
To the
right
door.
I'm going to the closet to go to Narnia.
You go to the closet, you reach up, you pull the stone out, you find the key, you pull the key out, you put the key in the lock. That's your action and your movement for this round.
Thank you. I'm going back.
That's awesome.
Nope.
You know, that's funny. That's concentration.
Banishment? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
he has
so-
to.
You wouldn't have been able to
Maintain.
keep flying.
Oh.
That could change a lot of things.
What? For me?
You gotta go back.
Yeah, if he doesn't concentrate on banishment for the full minute, you just...
You go down, you get to the stairs, you're headed down, and you're back in...
midair.
Still
It's
flying.
back to the Shadowfell, but
The
does he go
Shadowfell.
back to the shadow? He goes back from where he was banished from, probably.
Yeah, so you're going to come back right where you were.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah. Where's this guy?
Right about there.
Mm-hmm.
Here he is.
Concentration makes things so complicated. You're kind of over there, still flying. I'll put you up
Wait,
somewhere.
did you stop flying?
No, I haven't. Well, I guess,
I mean, you didn't have to stop concentrating.
right. Because I was going to keep my fly spell up because I didn't know how far away I was going to be when I tried to teleport to the Carruthers.
Is serious?
This is just,
Wow.
this is getting out of hand.
that over there.
This is a mess.
How about you don't break all the bottles? No. Back towards you. There you go.
Okay. The counterbalance. Sorry, guys, that was my bad. Stupid concentration. Go ahead, Raphael.
Where am I?
You're actually right there, yeah. And I think
I don't know where I am because I got flicked.
you're right there.
Just never wanting to paint anything again.
It's got a primer on it. It's good.
Uh-huh.
It's good. Don't worry.
I have a hard time taking them seriously in a kill, to be honest.
I think that was the reason for the kill.
Yeah.
Let me put the battle cam on again just so everyone can watch me drop stuff.
Look at the dragon's ass for the next hour.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you do, Raphael?
I cast mirror image on myself.
Okay. That is not concentration.
Nope. A bunch of me's.
And you can move
Go.
60. They're actually locked in combat here. I could put...
You want me to do it, dude?
I can get it.
That's like, I don't know.
They're fighting.
Why do we have?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Nope.
It's off by like
It
a full solid inch.
it wiggles when I move the table.
Oh, that's good,
there.
man. It's like counterbalance.
Whoa there.
Okay.
Because that's where all the weight is.
Wiggle.
Why are you wiggling it?
All right.
I'm gonna get plushies.
So how far is
Please
this away?
don't.
Is it? That's about 120, isn't it?
No,
it's
it's
maybe-
about 80-ish.
80-ish.
You have a pencil?
It's
Pencil's 30.
Whatever Ryan says it is. Here.
You can get to him in one round.
Then I do.
So you can move your riser next to him.
Nope.
Oh, hell no.
Yes.
It looks like you guys are fighting the dragon, but that's not actually what's going on. It's the dragon and you fighting that guy.
It's all squinty.
This is making Brian crazy.
Yeah, dude, you can't deal with it.
I'm next to him. Boom. I'm flying.
All right, that's good enough.
Yeah. It gets. We could even really move everything to the ground if you wanted to.
Yeah, go ahead and move yourselves down. That'll make it easier.
Yeah, we're flying like 40 feet in the air. But...
I do like the risers, but the dragon is a little big for him.
Mm-hmm.
You can move yourself next to him, though, Raphael. And that was your movement. That was your action. It took more time just doing that.
Than what you're gonna do.
We'll put the camera down there. So that brings us back to Artegan. And Gillian, I guess now that we know there's a combat going on between him and this other Shatter Kai, Gillian will strike at him and miss. Almost hits. Now Artegan.
Breath's not wanting to recharge. 3 attacks to this leader guy.
3 attacks.
Was a 29 to hit.
29 is a hit.
It's a 23 to hit.
It is also a hit.
And a 28 to hit.
Dear God, dude.
He's about to get fucked up.
Oh yeah, and that's right. I can use my frightful presence.
While you're doing this, you notice in the background they're starting to gather. While they're watching you, they're starting to come in to fight.
Grouped up or not?
They were already spread out, so they're gonna eventually be grouped up when they get close enough to
Yes, gather, man.
strike out at you.
Let's see here. I'll do the frightful presence as well, so he has to make a wisdom save.
Did you do that last round?
Yeah.
You can do it every round?
Yep. It says dragon uses its frightful presence and makes 3 attacks, 1 with bite and 2 with claws.
Alright. He saves.
He really
Oh,
saves.
wait. Never mind.
Foolishly
If a
saves.
creature saving
you
throw is
can't
succeeded,
24
you can't do
hours,
it for 24 hours. Never
I
mind.
know that wording quite well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I just do my damage for my bite and my claws.
Okay.
So it's 2d10 for my bite. 12 plus 6 is 18 damage.
18 damage.
And he makes a save to still fly.
Is he still flying? He is.
And my claw, it's that was a 1. 3 plus 6 is 9 damage. And
18
then,
and 9. He saves.
and 5 plus 6 is 11 damage.
Fails.
So
Finally.
he falls. And
Slub.
I'll fly
So he starts falling through the air.
40 feet up. About
Feather fall.
Okay. And then you said, what else were you going to do?
I'm going to move over to 40 feet above Gillian.
So you're going to fly over this way.
Mhm.
He really is down there now. And Raph is above him. And you're over here, off camera.
Falling is considered forced movement.
You can't get opportunity attacks off of it.
Okay.
That would be
Good to know.
sweet.
Yeah.
Beat it out of him and then
And then
beat it while
out
he's
of
coming down.
Yeah. It's a lot of beating.
Be like, did I say you could leave?
Let's roll some damage. 15 falling damage as he lands in the dirt and the grass. And when he hits hard. That was a cool set of rounds. Well, Merritt, where'd we leave off? You have a connection.
I have a connection. There's smeared pit fiend blood all across the floor. Lava splashed.
And that's pretty much where we left. So nothing of note happened yet.
Well, I guess you could call it that.
Well, I mean, since then.
So I'm just standing there with my my shirt still split open and holding the sphere.
It's not actually a sphere either.
Oh.
It is a chunk of that ore, a chunk of that metal.
Okay.
Hey, we're already starting. Cayette over there.
Yeah. So what do I do with this? Jesus.
I should have just waited till everyone's back.
Yeah.
God.
Start the party now.
What do I do with this?
Do with what?
Go ahead and put your mic
Now
on.
that you're
Oh, thanks.
I'm ready to listen.
Yep.
Sorry about that. That's all right. I think Brian needed a moment to collect his thoughts. Merritt needed a moment to collect his thoughts. What were you saying? Gaziel sits back in his throne. You are asking about the ore.
Merritt holds up the ore that's in his hand. And what am I to do with this? Can I use it to clothe myself again?
Very well. What do you want? He says, exasperated. You want new armors. You want me to hold your hand and change your diapers?
Oh, shit.
We missed that father-son connection while you were growing up.
Indeed, we did.
We'll bring you armors.
What does this do? This gift you've given me.
This gift you demanded. Not once, now 2 demands in my kingdom. You're lucky that you are my son. Anyone else would not be so lucky. He says as you see one bubble loop, go up from the magma where the pit fiend sank. You can use that to make yourself stronger each time you defeat your enemies in battle. Here, let me help you with that. He stands up once again, walks over to you menacingly, and reaches out and grabs your staff.
Goodbye, staff.
He takes the staff from you, forcefully if you don't let him.
Yep. Okay.
Do you hold on to it?
Yeah, but not. I have an 8 strength, so he probably doesn't notice that I resist.
He will pull it free of your grasp.
Yeah.
Your fingers snap shut from holding around it. He takes the topper of it and starts to pry it with his devil hands. You see that symbol that you had on top, the symbol of Palor, start to wrench itself loose from the casing. He twists and cranks and wrenches until it's completely snapped off the top.
Oh, goodbye,
He
Palor.
just tosses it into the magma. It splashes, but not a big splash. He takes the metal ore, Batorian Great Steel, and he starts to screw it down onto that topper. He walks over to that ever-burning flame where they held the brand in, and he just puts his hand into it and holds it over there. 5 seconds pass. 10 seconds pass. The fire makes his hand turn a bright orange red. He eventually pulls it back out of there. Hellfire. Drops the staff at your side. It clatters to the ground. There. Satisfied?
Man, that's a dick. I reach down, put my hand around it, and wait a beat or two, and use it to stand up.
Okay. You stand up. You are still attuned to this item. Once you spend an hour discerning the effect that he added,
You'll let me know.
I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm going to reach back my right hand, and I'm going to chug a health potion. Because I have one of those. And
You take a potion off your belt, chug it down.
Dude. Yes. 3 hit points.
So good.
It's a D4 plus 4.
Oh, this was a...
I think they start at a D4
an
plus
8.
4. Like the
It's
smallest
8 hit
health
points,
potion.
which is nice. So
Yeah, it's like 2d4 plus whatever.
Well, actually, if it's the smallest health potion, I'll tell you exactly what it does. Because remember, I made that cheat sheet that I didn't give myself. Awesome. Well, whatever.
I'm pretty sure it was a D4 plus 4, so that'd be 8. But then
It heals all that fire damage you took while you were kneeling
Yeah.
at his feet.
Yeah, I'm back to where I was after the shadow dragon. Then I'm going to walk forward with that flask that is now empty and scrape it along the floor where the pit fiend's blood is.
Danoth, he says, addressing the devil next to him, the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Take my son to his room.
Oh, man. Go to your room.
Wow.
For real.
With the stepmom.
Looks at him, looks at you, and nods. She still hasn't spoken. She just locks eyes with you. Waits till you understand. And then she walks down the walkway, out the archway, into the large stone halls once again.
If Skizzit isn't paying attention, I'll... Come on.
He was looking at the hellfire, and
Yeah.
it looks like his eyes were sparkling with the fire in them.
Come on, stupid.
You
Come on,
walk
kid.
out the archway, and he looks at you. He's like, "Hellfire! Wow, even I couldn't survive that."
Yeah.
Can I see your staff? You hold it up, and that green steel, the Batorian Great Steel, is just kind of melted around the capstone of the staff, and it's now just stuck there, affixed to it. Most likely quite permanently,
Yep.
from what you've seen of how durable this steel is to even survive in magma. Let's move over to Deloran.
Okay.
Keep playing Ring Around the Rosie with you guys.
Meh. I wake up. I'll do some push-ups, do some sit-ups.
You don't wake up.
Oh, I don't wake up.
Nope, you don't get your long rest.
You're dead.
Oh, shit. I long rested when you said I can go back to sleep.
I mean, I'm not throwing you into combat.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter.
You once again hear the metal clangor of the jail cell open and close,
Okay, I stand up.
and Magnus walks into the room for a
Mhm.
second time. Come. He motions to the door, and with the flick of his wrist, it opens.
Okay. I'll collect my stuff.
You walk out with him, and he walks outside without saying a word, up the stairs, out to the balcony. It is like 2 or 3 a.m. He looks up into the sky. It's a mostly clear night out. The stars are shining bright. Do you see that star right there? Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, nope. 2.
2.
I do not see the star right there.
You do see a blinking star that's fading away. There's a lot of them, and it takes you actually longer than you'd like to admit to what he's pointing out to you. And he is pointing out the anchor, and the anchor is the star that sailors use to navigate because it's always affixed in the same position. You want to know what's going on. Even I couldn't tell you for sure, but I can take a few guesses. 1,000 years ago, a little over that actually, there was another world, another place, like Lothrun. They had their own gods. There's even texts written about the gods visiting this other world, this other planet, in the great sky beyond that we call space. There's even stories of beings powerful enough to travel through that realm that aren't gods or deities, not us. Anyways, 1,522 years ago, in fact, because scientists have figured out that's about as long as it took their light to reach us. Their light is fading. Their world is dying. Their gods abandoned them. I believe they're doing the same to us.
Why?
I couldn't tell you the reason why. If I knew that, then my job would be much easier. If they leave and the rule takes charge as the one sovereign power over everything, do you know what's going to happen to this world?
Nothing good, I'm sure. He's the god of death.
The god of death, he revels in it. I don't enjoy killing. I never have. The fall of Woodhaven, the fall of Riverstorm, of Rylden, of all the other cities before it, Greenhaven. Everything I do, I've done because I've needed it.
Why? Why did you need it? You didn't need to destroy Woodhaven.
I had made a deal, and I needed to fulfill my promise.
A deal with who?
I did not want to fight another war on two fronts. Controlling the enemy is not so easy when I'm already fighting this war. Kern and his armies were already set on what they wanted to do.
Artegan, who's Kern?
Kern
Goblin
is
leader.
the hobgoblin
Oh,
leader.
okay. Yeah, sure. Right, so he was going to attack anyways. Okay. So you allied with him and killed a bunch of people west of the wall to keep him from fighting you. Why couldn't you just kill him? You're powerful enough.
There are more of him, many more. That isn't even his full army.
And you needed the tome.
And I still need the tome.
That's tough, because we really can't get it.
And you try to offer me alternatives, but you have none.
I don't. I just thought you should know. Instead of waiting for us to show up with a thing that we can't give you anymore. You did tell me that you can ascend without it, only it would kill everybody in town or something. Some horrible thing would happen. How does that work?
Give me an insight.
Okay. 18 plus... I'm trained in insight, so that's cool. Plus 6, 24.
There's a long moment of hesitation. And then when you see it in his eyes, you understand. There is no alternative.
Oh, you lied. You do need the tome. It's the only way. That's not good.
It's all right. You showing up can still work to my benefit.
How, if you can't ascend?
Now we know who has it.
But she's
and we
not.
just have to find out how to get it back.
I don't think there's a way.
I will be reaching out to her.
Across planes?
Yes.
How?
We will have a discussion.
How?
You don't have Arcana?
No, I don't know.
You have no clue.
Yeah, okay. Would it be better for me to talk to her instead?
It's not something you can do. But you've forced my hand.
I am literally only trying to help right now.
Well, you and your friends have forced my hand. If you can't bring Gloriosa to the table, you and Merritt, there will be consequences, but it won't just be from me.
Yeah, I get it. Nurul takes over, he wipes the planet with his ass, and we all die. I know what's at stake here. That's why we're having this talk, instead of me just trying to run away from the city and not get captured. Because I understand that there are bigger things at risk here than just like whether or not I want to kill you for all the people that you killed. I still kind of do. But I don't want everybody on the planet to die.
Perception check.
Backstabbery now. I'm waiting for Augustus to stab me. I don't see him coming. It's a 5.
5.
Yeah.
You don't see anything. You're out on the balcony.
Oh, it's a 10, I guess, because it's my whatever.
That's true,
It
you're
doesn't
passive.
matter,
At disadvantage.
yeah. A 5.
Okay. They have to roll, actually. I bet they can beat a 5.
I'm
can
sure.
definitely beat a
Yeah,
5.
unless they roll a 1. Yeah, so, you know, I'm here trying to save everybody that deserves it in the world, and there's a lot of those people. Despite of race, creed, religious affiliation, there's a lot of good people out there that are not like you and me, and they deserve better than the kinds of stuff that are coming down the pipeline.
You eventually see someone step out of the darkness into the moonlight. A archer in full plate armor, your old friend Lorenzo. He has his bow to the side. We will make that happen.
Make what happen?
He holds up his hand. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Sweet.
Pretty good. That was
Yeah. 24? +25.
+6 proficiency now, right?
Yeah. So 25
What is your wisdom modifier?
+0.
You mean an 8
What's up?
instead of a 25.
Oh, sure. Yep, that happens. Well, no, my wisdom saving throw bonus is +11. So if it changes it to an 8, it's a 19.
Which is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a good bonus.
+11? Yeah. Well, it's because I'm a paladin.
He holds up his hand. His dragonborn claws kind of point at you. And he immediately enters into your mind.
Okay.
And you feel him penetrate deep, deep into your memories, into your thoughts, into everything that you've known in your life. and you see everything start to mix and shuffle together.
Who's in my head, Magnus or...
Magnus, not Lorenzo.
Oh, okay. He's gonna brainwave me.
And
Can
he
I-
starts changing.
Can I move?
You want to roll initiative?
Yes.
Roll initiative.
And you said no combat. I think I have 93 hit points.
It'll be quick, don't worry.
5. I'm not gonna fight. I'm on a balcony, right?
You are on a balcony.
How high up am I?
You are 50 feet high.
Time to go.
All right. It's night out. You look across the moon. You feel your memories start to change.
I hope he needs line of sight for this.
You are charmed, incapacitated, and unaware of your surroundings.
Oh, well, I can't do anything. Wait, incapacitated doesn't mean I don't have movement? Probably.
I believe so.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It does sound like it.
I mean, it doesn't sound good.
It sounds like you're incapacitated.
Yep.
Incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions.
Well, then I don't roll initiative. I sit there and drool myself.
And you can feel your memories starting to shift and change and move about themselves in an unnatural and unnerving way. And it feels like he's in there forever. And things start changing in the past year of your life. Things that you know.
What do I re-know?
Well, you know that your main mission is to retrieve the tome from Magnus, and that you were sent by him to get it. You met the Irregulars, and you've been working on that for a while.
What happened with the tree then? Do I
Was
remember
that
the
over a
tree?
year ago?
Yes, because a year ago is when we were here to free Olivia.
That remains.
That was a
Right.
year out of game.
Oh, what's in game? What was a year ago?
In game, I think we're like 3 months into the campaign or something.
Okay, so yeah, so it was over. It was less than a year ago.
A lot of your memories feel intact.
A year ago, I was probably in the army. I was a good paladin, and I was getting ready to fight.
So he is more implanting memories than taking away. He's not taking away who you are. He's giving you more of what you are.
Okay, but I don't remember the tree.
You do.
So how am I working for him, and also not?
Was it cover up maybe?
What was a cover up? Okay, cool.
There's a lot going on in there, and he's still working all the pieces together
Okay.
and stitching your memories together.
I work for Magnus. I was sent to retrieve the tome. I failed in my mission. Bummer.
So far.
So far, but I have another chance. I will take it by force if need be.
You know where to find it, and you know who has the key.
Gloriosa has the key in the pocket dimension. She can't come back until she decides to come back.
Correct. But you know the things she loves. You see those memories flash
She loves
before your
Merritt.
eyes.
If I can hold Merritt hostage and get someone to communicate with her, maybe I can get her to come back.
Sounds awesome.
I feel like a reprogrammed Terminator.
You kind of are.
Fuck.
Your greatest enemy is the Irregulars. Because of the things they can do and the power they've shown. And
So-
if they try to stop you,
I will kill them.
you have to.
I have no choice.
For the betterment of this world. Because you, like Magnus, know this is the way.
I am on board.
So now we're both puppets too.
The problem is I want to kill you guys.
So,
Primary mission objective, get the tome. Secondary, eliminate any irregulars I get the chance to.
you eyes snap open,
Mm-hmm.
you stretch, and the only memories that are actually missing are the past day. You awake in your room, a book by your side, a nice cushy bed inside the castle in Riverstorm. This is your room.
I like my room.
It's a great room. And you have...
Does he lose the day's worth of reading his book?
Nope, he didn't take that away.
I do have a question. The note that I wrote to Olivia and the note that I wrote to my parents, did Augustus already get them, or are they still on me?
I believe you would have given them, but they might be on you.
If he came to get them, I would have. But if he didn't come back and I bumped into Magnus first, I'd still have them. It's up to you.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Cool.
You stretch your arms. Your armors are all set to the side.
I'll buckle up.
Where'd you put the notes?
I probably put them... what did I have? I had the tome and that was it. I bet I wrote them on the tome.
You
And
had a
tucked
bag
them.
of holding.
Was it in my cell with me?
No.
Right. So I had the tome on me when I wrote the notes. I probably tucked the notes in the front of the tome.
So we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
You open your tome and you start turning the pages.
Cool.
It's a great read.
Nice.
Nothing falls out. No
Okay.
loose leaf.
Cool. I want to finish the tome and then be on my way. Actually, I'll probably leave right away, right? It's the most important thing. I'm going to go to Magnus after I buckle my armor on. Get all
Alright.
suited up.
You take 10 minutes, you strap on your armors, you get ready.
I say, I know where Merritt's going. I need you to get me to the Citadel.
Okay. And we're going to go back again
sorry,
to
dude.
combat.
This is what we're here for. What are you talking about?
Sorry, man.
Got the yin and yang going on.
You gotta stop me before I let Gaziel through. You don't even know that.
I don't. But I will beat the shit out of you.
Oh, dragon time.
Can we do it?
You gotta build sturdier ones if we're
Oh,
gonna
that's
fly
the
the
wrong
dragon.
one.
Yeah, you need both of them.
This is the one. Because it has the crossbeam. I got it. Before we get to combat, you get a knock on your door.
Mm-hmm.
You're strapping your armors on. Justice comes in and offers you some tea. And he'll sit there strapping your armors on.
Thank you, Augustus.
In nice conversation.
Appreciate your help.
Whose city's it now, bitch?
That's right. No kidding.
Raphael,
To the only good guy left.
Artegan,
No shit.
you two have been embroiled in a tough battle. You're fighting against an entire estate of Shatterkai, which you've come to find out has multiple casters. People that aren't afraid to stare down the face of a dragon and fight back. People aren't running away. They're running towards you in battle. Whose turn is it?
Turn to get fucked.
I believe Artegan moved above this guy.
Right.
Yep, I knocked him out of his fly and then moved over there.
And Raphael is after Artegan. The Vorak fell through the air, crashed to the ground, landed on his back, and he has his sword still locked in his hands. And it looks like it will not release from his grasp. Do you want to move this, Brian? Or
Which one?
Alex? Gaziel out.
Gaziel out.
What do you do, Raphael? You're looking down at the ground. Dvorak's sitting there. He's starting to get up off of his back. He's trying to stand up. What are you doing?
So, just a reminder, I got my mirror images on.
You do.
And I go down, and I go right up against him, and I hold my hand up and close it, And I cast hold person on him.
Hold person. So that's your spell cast. He will roll the save.
He will save.
He looks like he's going to be held, and then he saves.
Ah, damn it! Action surge.
Okay, action surge.
Bummer, man. Sorry.
What do you do?
Can I have one more d20?
Sure.
You have advantage. He's prone.
Oh, nice.
So,
True.
Are you rolling to hit 3 times?
Oh, yeah.
You should roll 2 dice 3 different times since you have advantage.
That would be better.
Come on. 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Plus 11.
So, no, plus 12, actually.
Oh, nice.
So, an 18.
18 is...
21.
Oh, 21. I'm so sorry.
that's
That was a
okay.
9.
15.
Thank you.
27.
And 27.
Hit, miss, hit.
Ugh. So that's 5. 12 is 17.
For both hits?
No, that was my total.
He's not a big damage guy.
Okay, for both hits.
He's tanky.
It's alright. That was your turn, and now it's all of theirs. They start moving in. You see the other Shatterkai that are coming from that area. Over there is all the residential houses and different buildings. They are moving in. And from you, one person is in range. They're going to cast poison spray.
Ugh. Bummer.
I think it has to target you, though.
Or probably not.
Toward a creature you can see. Mirror image. Roll your die.
Roll d20. Yeah, it targets somebody else.
Yep.
You see your... Do they make Constitution saves?
I don't
Let
know.
me see.
Wait, so poison spray targets him.
Mm-hmm. It's a creature you can see.
No, but do they roll to hit him?
No.
Then it doesn't happen.
So it just happens to him.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that makes mirror image not as cool as I thought it was.
It's just if you roll a hit.
Make a
I
Constitution save.
Because that's what it says. It says, or kind of. Let me read it. Let's see what it says. Spells. Mirror image. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe it is them.
It's still targeting you.
Yeah, it's still targeting them. It can
20.
be destroyed only by an attack that hits it. Do they save for half damage? Oh, no. Hey, check this out. It's even better than you thought. It can only be destroyed by an attack that hits it. It ignores all other damage and effects.
But can it be one of the hits? Because it's not actually. It's a target you can see. A creature you can see.
Mm-hmm.
It says each time a creature targets you with an attack.
Let's take a look. Mirror image and poison spray.
That's a weird question.
What have we done?
While we're doing that, Gillian and this Shatterkai are still locked in combat. Artegan is above them, towering and looming, ready to fly in at Gillian's defense. First, the Shatterkai strikes out at Gillian. And hits Gillian's AC. He will do... That's a weird attack. I don't get to roll d4 as much, so here we go. So the first time he's struck with his long black dagger he draws from the belt. 3 1s and a 4. And Gillian has to make a Constitution save. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, there we go. That's a different attack. 3d12 necrotic damage. That's more like it.
Here we go.
All right, this is the second hit Gillian's taken. He's looking a bit hurt. One of those creatures fires a poison spray at you. Dvorak stands up.
Each time a creature targets you with an attack, so a melee spell attack, a ranged spell attack, a melee attack, a ranged
So not
attack.
that spell.
If the spell makes you save to avoid damage, I don't think it's an
I
attack.
don't think it does either.
So
So
no.
you rolled a 20. That was a save. You don't take any damage from a poison spray. I believe it's no half damage because I think that's a cantrip. Yeah, no half damage. Dvorak does stand up. He pulls out his blade and he does target you with an attack once. Roll your d20.
It's somebody else.
What am I?
It's 11 or better at first.
Yeah. Hit
Your
someone
clone,
else.
your mirror image, lives to tell the tale.
What? He missed the mirror image?
Well, he rolled a 1.
Oh, holy shit.
He targets you with a second attack.
That's amazing. Roll it again. It's somebody else.
It's dead that time. And then he targets you one last time.
So now it has to be 8 or higher. So it's you.
It's me.
It's you. So the third swing, first he misses completely. Your mirror image dances around him and kind of makes fun of him. The second time he swings through that same image, poof, it's gone. And then the third attack, he hits you.
So I'm down to 2 of them, right? Because it's 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so now you have to roll at 8 or better. So it's 6 or better at first, then it's 8 or better, and with 1 left, it's 11 or better.
Right.
Great spell, man.
Oh, but then he has to actually hit you, your AC. I don't know what I rolled. Did you guys see what I rolled?
Nope.
This is his hit
To me,
to you, which is only a 19.
that is a miss.
And then the third attack goes past your image and you throw your shield up in front. And it just hits your metal shield. Go ahead, Artegan. You're looming over this battle. Gillian and the Shatterkai are locked in combat. The Shatterkai looks like he's getting the upper hand. He shoves the sword through Gillian's side. He's holding his side. He's got his sword and board at the hand.
I'll land right next to the Shatterkai and said, "You should have stayed down."
All right.
And
Got stuff going on everywhere
I think
over
he's
here.
saved against the Frightful Roar, so I can't do that. I can, but I won't do anything. So make a bite attack.
Make a bite attack.
It was a 23 to hit.
All right, that's a hit.
It's 13 damage.
13 damage. All right, 1 second.
He's going to be almost dead.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Next hit. He's still up. You bite into him behind him. He wasn't entirely ready for your fangs that sink into his shoulder.
26 to hit. And he takes
Nice.
17 damage.
And this time you claw through him, you rip through his side, and when your claw goes through the back of his side, it rips the skin, it rips muscle and sinew, and he's bleeding out of his armor profusely out of his side. He's still up. He is starting to turn around though. He's kind of understanding there's something bad going on behind him.
There's a 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
Oh, and I forgot to recharge. That is not a recharge.
No recharging on the breath weapon.
I used it all up.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Is it getting hot in
Raphael.
here, or am I just stressed?
Is Gillian gonna attack him?
You're stressed. It's not.
Well, you're in hell, so...
Does Gillian get attacked?
I'm gonna crack the
He goes
door,
with
just-
your initiative. He's the same as
okay.
you.
it's gonna be a
He
terrible
will attack
conversation over
once.
here.
Come on, Gillian. Yeah, that's a hit.
Finish him!
Yes, yes, dude.
Gillian.
Did he do it?
Gillian
did it.
the fucking
Way to
man,
go,
dude.
Gillian.
What will he do? He wants to make Raphael proud. He will...
This one's for you, Dad.
He will non-lethal him. He strikes at him in a way to not kill him as the Shatter Guy collapses to the ground.
The Shatter Guy. That was great.
What was so great about that?
Shatter Guy instead of Shatter Guy.
I said Shatter Guy.
I heard guy too.
You said Guy.
Now it's Shatter Guy. It's canon now.
Yeah. I want to be a Shatter Guy for my next
The
character.
Shatter Guy are the females. Shatter Guy are the males.
Right. That's how it works.
Raphael, you are locked in combat with Dvorak.
Who's winning? Is he tooling you out over there?
No, he's they're doing well.
I'm holding my own right now. Okay, well, it's going to be 3 attacks. Do I... Oh, he's up now?
He's up. No advantage.
My God.
Well, you crit once. Crit twice, but only once hits. The other ones did not hit crit.
So I got a crit. I got a 17, and I got a natural 1.
So 1 crit.
Mm-hmm.
And for my 1, I sneeze.
You're like, shit! Just like
And then
paint
you
his
swing.
face with boogers.
And then I swing.
Roll your crit damage, double the dice.
So that's a 13. And that's a 13. So, yay.
26?
So, 26.
All right. I have to do some math here real quick because he's been taking some damage. How much did you say? 26? Let me write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God. Got it. That's a big total. It was like 7 different attacks I had to total up. Okay. He is still up, although you are wearing him down. He has some gashes where it looks like the dragon had got a hold of him, mangled him a little.
Yeah.
He looks like he got bit in the pec once, and he's worse for wear, but he's still alive and he's still swinging. And now they're starting to collapse in. Now, not only one Shatterkai are in range of you, more than one are in range. And the second Shatterkai will also throw a spirit. You don't have to roll that. They will miss, though. It goes wide.
Oh, he does
And it
have
lands
to roll
behind
because he has mirror image. So the
Oh,
minute
that's
they try
right.
to throw a spear at him.
Mirror image.
Right, so they might hit one of his duplicates.
It does hit a duplicate.
Puff by duplicate.
So one duplicate left.
Now it's 11 or better.
The female Shatterkai that had cast Chain Lightning on Artegan, she runs in, and
Doesn't
she
matter.
will make you... I believe it's going to be a con save, but I'll tell you here in a minute.
Ugh.
Well, that was going to be for my
Mirror image.
mirror image.
Okay.
Roll a con save.
Or should I just leave that for roll?
I don't know, man. Ask Ryan.
Roll a con save.
Okay, roll a con save. Go.
Don't roll the dice before I tell you to roll the dice.
Okay, better.
Total?
My constitution is really good. So it's 24.
24 is
yeah,
a save.
you're a good
You're
con
going to
save,
only
man.
take half damage.
Sweet.
This, again, is a spell that doesn't target you, but it hits you.
What is it?
I don't know. Like, should I start telling you guys, like, what the spells are just so it's easier to understand?
Or you could just describe it.
seen it before.
Okay. You haven't seen this before. She points at you, and you feel necrotic energy starting to twist your body apart.
Ugh. Blight. Sorry, I can't help it.
It doesn't matter. If you tell us or
61
not.
necrotic damage halved, so take 30 necrotic damage as it starts ripping and making your body writhe in pain. You feel your bones start to twist a little unnaturally. And she continues running into you to confront you in hand to hand. But while she's running, she casts this spell. Dvorak targets you. Roll your d20.
It's 5.
That's you.
Mm-hmm.
So then he has to hit you. That was where I was failing last time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 28 to hit.
Is he meleeing me?
Melee.
Shield.
Okay. Will shield protect you?
Or you just doing that?
Yeah, shield is 28. I'll have it.
Is
Oh,
a
he'll still
28,
hit
he'll
you.
hit. If
Oh,
it's,
okay. So I'll let him hit it.
So you wouldn't want to use
Okay.
it. I mean, you can because it lasts until your next turn. He's making 3 attacks, but you don't have to this time.
No.
It's a reaction.
Next time he hits you.
Miss. The second strike.
Oh,
you
wait.
don't even have to throw your...
Second
that's
strike.
Right. A clone.
It's somebody else.
All right. That one kills the clone. And then
Mirror
the
image.
third one, you have no more mirrors left.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Nope. That's
a miss. So out of the 3 attacks, only one hits again. You are a tank. You've trained for this. You know how to deflect sword blows very well. And he will... That's not him. $25 damage total. None of it's halved. Your maximum hit points are reduced by that much.
Is that a permanent thing? Permanent?
For the sake of out of game, it'll last until long rest.
Okay.
For the sake of in game, you feel awful. Just awful.
What happened?
25 max reduction.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. It's like having a bad flu or you got the shits or something.
You also can't heal yourself from that.
No, because you're reduced. You heal
That
up
was
to
all
your new
their
maximum.
turns. With your perception, knowing what's going on around you, same as you, Artegan, you see those two are now in range, and you see more coming from the residential area. They're all starting to gather.
You guys are about to be in some shit, man.
But you did get this one. That guy is a goner. Well, actually, he's still alive, technically.
Eat him.
Good job, Gilliam.
Eat him. You know
It is
what
Artegan's turn if you want to eat him.
Drag again would
You don't
do.
have to eat him. Don't listen to Deloran. He's not here. He's not in the
Let's
back
see
of your
here.
head talking to you.
I'm going to actually fly over back to the guy that he's fighting.
Dvorak?
Dvorak.
Okay.
And I'm going to do my 3 attacks.
Roll your d6.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Chance to charge. That is not a recharge.
Man, just can't recharge.
Nope.
Can you use luck on those?
Nope. Because I'm not Artegan. I'm a dragon.
And you can't use luck on that. It's a d20 roll, not
Yeah.
a d6 roll.
Well,
That
if
is
you rolled
a
a d20, it'd be far more likely to
23 to hit.
roll 5 or above.
23 is a hit.
Second
Artegan
attack.
lands on the ground. He's
16.
behind you. You feel the wings beating, like the air is pushing you back a little from his force. 16 is not a hit.
And 26.
26. That seems to be Artegan's stick, is hit, miss, hit.
And bite is 7 plus 6 is 13 damage. And it's 5 plus 11 damage.
Okay. Raphael. You noticed Gillian bent over this man that he knocked. Well, actually, you're behind a lot of trees. You don't see shit.
Nope. He's gonna go. I'm gonna swing 3 times.
Just all out brawl.
Yep. So that's the 21,
Hit,
another 21,
hit,
and a 22.
hit. All hits.
Sweet.
Thank God. Can I get one of these?
Yeah, go ahead. Take whatever you need.
That's 9 and 18 would be 27.
Here, the red dice don't like you,
27.
man.
No,
Use
don't.
these ones instead.
No, they don't. Sorry.
You're rolling 1s and 5s and shit.
He looks really hurt. You guys are laying into him. A dragon is eating him. You are poking him full of holes. He's still up, but he is mangled and exhausted. He's really tired. He's only been out like for 4 rounds now, 3 or 4 rounds, like less than 30 seconds. He's bleeding everywhere. He's breathing hard. And you will see him cast a spell. He's going to cast at a higher level.
Do I recognize the spell?
Yeah, you might recognize the spell. You have Arcana trained?
Yep.
I
As
do
a dragon?
too.
Oh, not as a dragon.
Oh, you don't
that's right.
recognize
Never
the
mind.
spell.
I got Arcana trained.
This pathetic weenie Shatter Kai is casting a spell in your dragon mind.
He thinks it will help him.
Exactly.
That's kind of what dragons think, I think.
You have it trained, you would just know he's casting a healing spell.
Oh, he doesn't want to die.
He doesn't want to die. And he casts at the highest level available for him.
I almost counterspelled it, but Ryan spoiled it.
Oh.
You can counterspell if you want.
I'm not going to attempt that.
All right.
Yeah, when you said you cast it at a higher level, he's like, no, maybe not.
Well, you have to decide between which reactions you want to take. You have 3 or 4.
Mhm.
That wasn't the most helpful. He looks a little worried. He kind of undid all what you did in that last few swings, and that's about it. He's still bleeding everywhere. That was his turn. The other Shatter Kai that's running in, the female, she's going to actually make it to you. So she'll do this. It's kind of a weird way to word this, but Artegan, roll a wisdom save first.
Let's say 16.
16 is not enough. Hey, look at that. On a failed save, you are frightened. You can't move closer to that female Shatter Kai that's running in. You're frightened of this puny little woman.
It's like the elephant and the mouse.
Yeah, right?
She's like right.
Just a Titanic dragon.
Can you move that guy like right there?
Boop.
There you go. And there's some more coming in, but they're still off the map. But at the end of its turn, you're gonna at the end of each of the target's turns. So at the end of your turn, that's gonna happen. In the meantime, what is your greatest fear, Artegan?
As a dragon?
What is Dragagon's greatest fear?
I don't know. I've had such little time with him.
A gold dragon? Bigger, meaner, good aligned?
Well, I mean, I keep my alignment, so I'm still a...
But a gold dragon would eat a white dragon if it could.
Yeah.
And it probably could.
I think right now my biggest fear would probably be just turning back into Artegan, but...
Well,
I don't
a
think that would
creature.
work. Creature?
A manifestation. Something you can see, illusory. It's not real, but it's coming right for you, and it is real.
The weird thing is, the scariest thing I've ever fought as Artegan was probably that beholder.
You see that beholder coming right for you. You know what it does. Its magic will undo everything you worked for. It'll undo you as a dragon. And once it gets in range, it's going to make that happen. And it's like right there. For Artegan, you see a beholder. And that one, he will just continue to run in to combat. For better or worse.
The what?
The ladybug beholder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Red with black dots.
Okay.
Make it to you in one round, but that's his movement. The fight is starting to all merge into this one center position of the map. Hey, good job, guys. You got on the map. You fought on the map. Thank you. He won't attack. Dvorak will attack. He didn't attack this round, right? I don't think he did.
Who's he attacking?
That's a good question. I think he's going to go for the dragon, honestly. He turns around as the dragon's biting into him. He's going to swing 3 times. You don't have any fancy mirror things. You just have a lot of flesh and scale.
Mm-hmm.
That's a miss. He is not having a good day. I'm not having a good day. That's a miss. Miss. He swings against you. You deflect the blade with your claws.
And I will impose disadvantage.
On the 3rd strike, he's going to strike true. Raphael throws his shield in the way, and he strikes the shield for the 3rd time. He is very worried. You can see it in his eyes, and he stopped talking. He stopped saying funny little monologuing things. That'll put us back to the top. But we're going to switch over once again and do Ring Around the Rosie. Let's see if we can get you guys back together by the end of the game. I don't see it happening.
I think we're gonna pretty soon.
I can't wait
I'm
till
so
you
sorry.
do.
I am
Me
so
too.
sorry.
Me too.
Something
Merritt.
bad's gonna happen to somebody.
We got the bad going on.
Yeah. Nice banishment spell, Merritt.
This is the worst banishment spell. This one has consequences like
Real bad.
real bad.
Real bad. You're going to try to bring hell on earth, and I'm going to try to kill you. And not even for that.
You are being led into your room. You don't have a room here, but apparently you do.
Apparently I do. It's got like a Pink Floyd poster on the
Hey,
wall.
I just got a room, too. At my new dad's house.
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, right.
You are following Gaziel's second, the devil woman,
Danoff.
Danoff.
Danny. What the fuck? Why not?
She hasn't spoken, and she walks in front of you. She doesn't look back to see you're following her, but it's not hard to know because your hooves clatter against the stone as you walk behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And she will continue on silently unless you choose to say anything. You continue going down the hall.
Are you coming too?
She stops. She turns around. And she'll walk real close to you. She's actually a little shorter than you. You're pretty tall. She's only like 5'10". Her horns come up above your head, but they're not real horns. They're just the horns of her armor. Let me make one thing clear. No matter what Gaziel tells you, no matter what you think, you will never be his second.
Oh, snap.
So you're not coming.
She's
Okay.
dick swinging contest. Go.
She turns around.
I'll keep following.
She opens the door into a massive room because this place is built for Gaziel, not for humanoid-sized creatures. And the door is twice as tall as you and twice as wide as a normal door, and it's made out of black metal. This is one of the only metals you've seen that's not that green metal, but you've come to find that green metal is probably really valuable, and it's mostly used on weapons. But you had seen in the city Ambermock one giant structure made out entirely of this was that temple area.
Mm-hmm.
But she opens the door, and it's loud on its hinges as it creaks. And she doesn't walk in. She just waits for you to walk in.
Yeah, I do.
When you do, she slams the door with a hostility behind it.
Bring me some food.
You hear click, ching, some mechanism on the door lock itself. You look and you see it does have a keyhole from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into this room, it is minimally furnished. It has a bedroll on the ground. It has a small table. What simple furniture do you see first?
I imagine that I go see if I can find a chair next to a table.
You can pull up the wooden chair. It's rickety and shoddily built. You scooch it out from under this table that also is shoddily built.
I sit down and set my things on the table and then kind of pry off the top part of my armor.
There's an ever-burning candle which emanates a really hot heat set on top of this table. I mean, hotter than even the insides of this room. It looks like it's burning with that same kind of hellfire.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I try to take off some of my armor without hurting the new brand between my shoulder blades. And
you feel a finger trace the lines of your brand and skiz it. He's like, holy, what the hell happened?
Oh.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse, to be honest.
Oh my god. Your imp lands on the table. Looks up at you. So what's the plan? Are we getting out of here? We're gonna bust loose in this joint.
Yeah. I think first thing in the morning. I'm a talker. Skiz it. You've probably noticed. I need to bounce ideas. I think I'm about to make a mistake. But at the same time, if I do nothing, Nerul will win. And oblivion for everyone. Best case scenario is that Monroe somehow finds a way to beat him. And we're ruled over by a mad god.
That is not best case scenario.
No, that's what I'm saying. Gaziel is a monster. But
he gets what he wants.
He's a monster of order. And I'm not certain, but oppression may be better than annihilation. If I can save the world by bringing him.
You think he can take the rule?
I don't know.
Maybe he could take out those cultists. They're causing trouble.
Yeah, he could do that. I don't know.
Just probably don't bring him home, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hello, Citadel, here's a devil god for you. That doesn't seem too smart, right? No? You okay? Ding, 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 ding. He knocks on your head.
There's a lot of not good answers.
You want me to make the answers?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
No, I just... Hey, could you
Sure.
check out, see if there's another shirt that'll fit me over in any of the closets, or if you can get through that door, maybe somewhere nearby.
Past a heavy hanging canvas curtain that looks like it's closing off another little room, and just kind of goes up and around it and into this nook. You hear him rustling about with different fabrics. And he comes back with a loincloth first. No? I thought it was
Set.
funny. Anyways, he goes back and rustles around for a little more. He comes back with some shirts. They don't fit, but they go over you like a dress.
Is there anything a little bit tougher, comparable to what I'm wearing now?
Armor?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
They didn't have a surplus of armor.
Said he was going to give me some.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen. Want me to do anything? I don't need to sleep. He goes up to the door and looks at the keyhole.
Yeah.
I can barely see out of it. There's no one there.
Can you get small enough to fit through there?
Boom! He turns into a little mouse and then immediately hits the ground. Poof! But he doesn't take damage from that kind of a fall because he's a mouse.
Okay.
He tries to go under the crack of the door, but he can't quite fit under. He links to you in your mind because he can't talk as a mouse. Maybe see if you can shove me through that keyhole. It's kind of big. You start pushing and he's like, wait. Okay. Oh, pull me out. He's stuck.
He's stuck in the keyhole. That's great. See if they have any butter.
What are you doing?
Yeah, just still kind of trying to pull. How far in is he?
He's
Like,
He's like halfway in. His little body is kind of pudgy.
yeah. Can I just hold one hand under him and then hold one hand back here and just
Resummon him?
poof him back?
Yeah, you could like...
Yeah, you
Oh, that was good. I didn't think of that in the moment. I was kind of panicked there for a
can
second.
through the keyhole and pop him over there. They can be within 30 feet of you or some shit.
Never tried that.
As long as you can see it, you can send them.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's go read the most complicated spell in the game.
Yeah.
It really is. Every time we come up to this spell, I'm like, what'd you do?
Familiar's so good. It's great.
Find familiar.
Every player should have familiars. They're so useful.
Appearing in an unoccupied space within range. You
Nice.
hear Deloran in the back of your mind somewhere.
He's like, just look through the keyhole.
Not
I'm
there.
like, oh.
But good idea.
I mean,
You don't get an inspiration for talking out of turn,
that's fine. I don't give a
but
shit.
you don't either.
Okay.
Sorry, bro.
And so I peek through.
He's like, all right. Well, where should I go? I can't go to Gaziel's. He seems to see through all illusions.
No, I don't think you're on any
Really?
I don't think you're breaking any rules right now, to be honest. And I think
I mean,
think
you're
this-
locked in, but
this
I'm
falls
not.
into the letter of the law kind of area where I think it's real big here. I don't think they intended any sort of imprisonment for you. I think this is my special treatment.
Rules is written, not rules is intended.
Yep.
As you're talking, he holds up for 1 second. He's like, oh, quiet 1 second. And then 6 or 7 seconds pass by. You summon it back?
No, just make him go up and invisible.
I mean, he went invisible on his own volition, but you can make him go up. He's like, whoa, okay. I'm not going to get used to that. I've been in control of myself for so long.
What did you see? Why do you think-
Gaziel passed by. He didn't come this way, though. I almost pooped myself.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Yeah. So what you should do
Follow
is...
him? Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, here's the thing. Not too long ago, I
Not
had
closely.
another imp. Okay.
Tia. Yeah.
And now
she's dead.
I have you.
Yeah.
But you're the one that killed her.
Well, sort of. Yeah, go find some armor. And I go back to the
follow
table.
him, right?
If you want to.
All right. Free reign.
Yeah.
Woo.
Do what you want.
Go really close.
Come back by the morning.
You hear him say as his voice goes out of the...
Tomorrow we're going home.
All right. And that's your afternoon / into the evening.
Yeah, so
Anything you want to do
gonna
before I
ignore him.
switch over?
I'm going to try to see if there's if any of the straps on that armor could be used in such a way that it could still kind of be held together. That's really about it. And study the staff. I'm getting used to that feeling too. Trying to feel the counterweight point. If it's so heavy up there that its balancing point is now way up at the
It's
end.
actually a pretty light metal.
Okay.
For being a pure, ingot of whatever kind of metal it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Baylor green metal.
Yeah.
What did I call it?
Batorian great
Batorian
steel.
green steel. So that is going to be your night. And we're going to switch over to Deloran 2.0. The new man. The remake.
Deloranator.
Deloranator. I like it. I love it.
Okay, so I'm all armored up. Make sure my equipment's all checks out. I'm
You
gonna.
are... Augustus will help you strap on your armors.
I'm gonna ask Augustus if he has a line on any adamantium plate that I could buy to make the chances of my mission more successful.
It's been so long.
That's awesome.
I mean, now you absolutely need it because you don't want Raphael to crit you, right?
Right.
Right. That would be a terrible thing.
I mean, I have less hit points than him, so if he did crit me, it would be bad.
Yeah. Maybe we can find something. I have never had a need for that kind of armor.
Only if there's a set handy. I have a set being made for me at the Citadel, but I was thinking that I might have to act against my former companions or act against the irregulars before it's finished.
Sure. Magnus, he wanted to see you real quick before.
Yeah. If you could send a servant to go check on the armor. If not, I'll just take what I have. It's fine. I check in with Magnus.
So he brings you to a room in the castle that you've been to more than once. It is the throne room. But it is
Raphael
not
Monroe.
the same as the throne room it used to be.
That's what it feels like, because they've been brainwashed by some kind of horrible dictator.
In this room, there is a large Dragonborn guard.
Okay.
All the elites, including your friend
Lorenzo.
Gimra Ka,
Oh, Gimra.
the blue Dragonborn. Lorenzo's there, one of his generals.
I nod at Lorenzo. I nod at
You
Gimra.
pass by a woman with fiery red hair.
The one that nuked me in the vision.
I don't think you've ever met her.
There was a vision of someone with fiery red hair that nuked me when
Oh, yeah, it
Magnus
is her.
was... Yeah, okay.
You saw her in a vision, but you didn't meet her in real life, whereas they did. Minus
Sure.
Artegan. No, Artegan was there, weren't you? I get confused between Lorenzo and Artegan. But Kyra. No. Mila Petra. The sword.
Okay.
Magnus's sword.
Sure.
You've
Whatever.
known her to be one of the most powerful sorceresses in the lands.
I do know her.
You don't know her. She doesn't actually talk to you two when she passes by. She looks determined and on a mission. She swiftly trails past you.
I am also determined and on a mission.
In the throne room, besides all the guard and all the columns, in between these large columns from floor to ceiling, is a line of sealed metal caskets, all kind of row by row stacked next to each other. And there's almost 20 of them. Magnus is walking by each, inspecting each casket. He sees you. Deloran,
Lord Monroe.
I needed you for a second.
Of course.
He tells you, this is going to hurt just a little. Hold out your arm. Pull back your armors.
I do it.
He takes out a dagger.
Okay.
And
I look him in the eyes before he stabs me, and I say the same thing to him that I said to Merritt before Merritt banished me. I say, I trust you.
he takes this dagger and fillets off a pretty long strip of your flesh, and it is painful, and you will take...
Roll D100.
It's a dagger.
D100.
But it's a pretty good, nice looking dagger. But you only take 3 slashing damage, not reduced by your armor.
That's nothing.
Not reduced by your armor.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I take 3 damage. But I mean, I was just saying, whatever. I'm going to heal it as soon as it's done.
And he drops it into this casket with an open lid. This metal casket, you look down, you see this lifeless, formless body. A mass of flesh. A humanoid creature with no face and no discernible features, and it's translucent in its appearance. And you see him cast a spell
Clone.
which bathes everything in fire around it for half a second, but it's illusory fire. There's no heat from it, none of the effects of a fire. And then this form starts to take on the face of Deloran.
I don't understand. What's happening?
In case you die, I need you back here.
So, is this an insurance policy, or is it another me?
If you die, you will be here instead. Your soul will transfer back. Do not die. I am unhappy when you die. And he looks at Augustus with a furor.
Oh, no.
But Augustus is, seems like he's not looking away, and he doesn't show emotion. He's very good at hiding emotion.
I tell him, of course, Lord Magnus. I'll do my best.
Do you know where you're going?
I know where I need to go.
And where is that?
I like checking some supplies before I leave, but as soon as that's done, I need to go to the Citadel because that's where Merritt will return to.
He is not there at the moment.
He will be.
Are you going to wait for him?
I am.
We will get you there. Come back with the book.
How will I contact you? 2 things. 1, how will I contact you when I've finished my primary and possibly secondary objectives? And 2, do you have some way that I would be able to contact Gloriosa once I subdue Merritt in order to get her to leave the pocket dimension that she's in? She has the only key to the door to the dimension, but if I subdue Merritt forcefully and use him to ransom her out, she will come.
Yes, Merritt can do it.
Is there no other way than for me to have to rely on him? If I allow him to cast the spell after I have subdued him in order to talk to her, I may have to kill him before she
Very
leaves the pocket
well.
dimension.
He motions to one of the guards. Bring me a scroll of sending. He pulls out a little stone from his pocket, one of his pockets in his robes. Something you've noticed is that his robes are really finely crafted silks of the greatest caliber. Better than anything you've ever seen. And they have a moving pattern every once in a while. When you look at them, you're like not sure that the pattern moves or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it catches your eye, and then you look and it's just sitting like a still pattern. But every once in a while, it looks like it catches your eye again.
So it's LSD cloak. I got it.
But not quite that.
Am I hallucinating? Am I hallucinating? No, it's okay.
Every once in a while, not all the time.
All right.
He pulls out a little stone of sending. You can contact me through this. Only you and I can communicate. Should I send backup for you, or can you do this by yourself? They trust you. You have gotten into their good graces somehow through your blunders. I don't know how you do it, Deloran Cooper.
I must be lucky. If you want to send Lorenzo with me, it'd make my mission easier, but I understand if you need him here. They also trust Lorenzo. Or I could... It might just take me a little bit longer to do it on my own, because I'll have to isolate each one of them in turn before I do away with them. Artegan will be the hardest to subdue. He's very obviously the most powerful one.
Yes. Maybe just wait till they're not together.
Even
they
then,
seem to split up a lot.
They do. I have no doubt that I will be able to A, catch all of them alone at some point, and B, kill Raphael and Merritt. Artegan will be harder. I might not be able to kill him on my own.
Don't kill Merritt.
Until we have the tome. I know.
And if you don't have to kill them all, don't.
Are you sure? They pose the greatest threat to our plans, obviously.
Subduing them is fine.
Okay. Understood.
But I know you, and you'll do what you need to do.
I always do.
I will send you back to the Citadel. How did you get back there?
I talked to you.
No.
No?
No.
Give me an item that allows me to teleport. I broke into a store that sells magical curios, and I either stole it or bought it from someone on the street and used it to leave.
You found a scroll of teleportation.
I
You
wouldn't
used
know.
it.
I wouldn't know what it was.
You made them tell you. You broke in, but you stole it by force because you had to do it, and that is something that you would do.
It is. It's true, they'll believe that. Okay, I broke into a shop.
It might not come up anyways.
It might
Be
not.
smart about this.
I will try.
So many meta jokes.
So that's Deloran's day. Morning, actually.
Do I get a hold of the armor?
This armor. This will be the death of me. Augustus brings you back into the armory. I have found what you needed.
Great.
Son of a bitch.
He shows you a nice new unscathed suit of armor. It is what color?
I just want it to be plain, unremarkably silver.
It is unremarkably silver, not even silvered.
Right,
Just
just
steel.
plain steel, yeah. Not black.
But it is surprisingly, well, it's a different kind of metal, so it's not like dull,
Right.
because it's adamantium. Adamantium?
Adamantium.
Or adamantite? One of those two,
Adamantite. I don't know.
Adamantine.
Adamantine? Yeah, maybe that.
maybe.
We're mixing our
It doesn't matter.
universes.
Yeah. Unobtainium.
Right.
I mean, that basically was what it is.
Yeah. Basically the whole time.
You finally obtained it.
I obtained my unobtainium. Sweet.
It is normal plate armor, not attuned, AC of 18, and it will deflect criticals into normal hits, but you also lose that 3 resistance. Watch you never be crit again. It's
What do you
going
mean?
to happen.
I don't lose the 3 resistance. Why would I?
Oh, that's your feet.
That's my feet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not the armor.
I thought that was your armor.
No. I was like, how did this happen?
No, why?
It takes off a leg, too. Just for fun.
Like, oh my god.
Armor vulnerability.
You take extra slashing damage.
Like,
What's
what?
What's this called? Titanium?
And do they have any magic shields?
It's
I need a new shield.
his special armor.
It's adamantine plate. Yeah, do they have any magic shields?
Augustus looks at you. Only the best for the best.
Thank you.
He pulls out a magical shield +2.
Oh, nice.
Fuck.
You guys are in some shit, man.
Oh, man. He doesn't even talk
That's
down
a
to him
shield
like
plus
Gaziel
2.
did to me.
Yeah, he's getting showered.
Yeah, you want me to wipe your ass too?
We're
And
friends.
over here, Magnus is like, yeah, let me wipe your ass. This is awesome.
He got Augustus to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Shield.
This is the best Deloran's
while
ever
he's
been
getting
treated.
outfitted, we're going to go back to Raphael and Artegan.
Let's fucking finish this, all right?
Artegan, combat. Whew. I don't think you guys are going to meet up in this game. That's okay.
No, we're not going to.
You gotta
You're
let me
getting
get
close.
some sleep,
You're gonna get
and then we
close.
can do it.
You're on a different timeline. We'll get there. All right. So, I believe we left off. Do I keep leaving off on Artegan?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I think you did.
I
Because
think
he got
just
up.
Went.
He cured himself.
Yeah.
He cured himself, and I don't think I've went
Yep,
since
I keep
then.
leaving off on Artegan. That's good.
Okay.
I'm doing it somewhat smart. Although I don't like
Smart
splitting
again.
up a combat 5 different times in the game, but
It's
been
kind of
fun.
interesting, though.
So, Artegan, you are still Dragagon, fighting Dvorak. You are terribly frightened of whatever that creature is, and once it gets into range, its gaze is going to reduce you to nothing. No spells, no dragon, no Artegan. In fact, the worst thing ever could happen. Lots of bad things could happen, but actually, I don't know if it dispels true polymorph, does it?
It depends on how long he's been
Permanent true
concentrating on it.
polymorphs?
I think
it would suppress.
it would suppress it
your
because I'm still
Oana coin.
concentrating.
That
Oh.
Oana coin would go back to Oana
No, the
Ghost.
Alana coin.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be terrible. Just awful. What do you?
Although I've already conconcentrated an hour for that, so that's actually a gold coin.
I think it's actually what it is. After an hour, you don't have
So it doesn't suppress it.
There is no it anymore. It's just she's a gold coin.
The gold. Yeah. There is no she, actually. It's a gold
coin. Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
a gold
I
coin.
go.
It's prone
It
to
has
dispel
monetary
magic.
value.
It's still prone to dispel magics.
Is it?
Yeah.
True polymorph?
Yeah.
Does it say unless dispelled?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So
Oh,
you don't
maybe
want
it
that
would
to
be.
happen.
Okay.
Either way, yeah.
Huh.
Well, technically speaking, yeah, no, it would dispel my true polymorph, which would then make the gold coin appear out of me because it's currently morphed into me.
and the
then-
anti-magic ray is just always on.
It would be really bad.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Well, it's currently not in view, so I'm going to slash at this guy before I take off. But
It's right there.
It's the beholder right there.
It's the
Right
beholder.
there. Right in front
yeah,
of
but I'm
It's
not.
in you.
I'm not true. I'm not back yet.
Not yet. It's coming towards you. It's coming
Not
right
back
for
for
you.
you. You have disadvantage on attack rolls as well.
Okay, so I'll take swings before I leave.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
And you can't go towards it either.
Yep, I'm going to be going away from it.
Roll to hit. Disadvantage. Number 1.
Let's see. Bite is 15 to hit.
Not a hit. This beholder is getting closer each swing.
Claw
You flinch at the sight of it.
is a 19 to hit.
There's a miss. You flinch again.
And last one is a 17 to hit. So,
This beholder is getting too close for comfort. That was your attacks. Roll your d6.
shoot. Yep, I recharged.
You do recharge.
Right.
It's a little late.
Yep, it is late. Yeah, and I gotta back off, so I'll
Can't
fly away.
disengage,
Nope.
but you will fly away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take to the air, and Dvorak will take a swing at you
Mhm.
as you leave his threat range. And he'll hit you with a 23.
Reaction.
You already used it last round.
Oh,
is
yeah,
like the
it's got to be
same
my...
turn.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
I was keeping
I get
track
it.
of that. So he will hit you with an attack. And
Wait, how'd you use it last round?
Because he already did that one.
It's not my turn yet, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
it hasn't been your
he-
turn again. Sure,
He
okay,
did that
I
on
gotcha.
Dvorak's turn.
Right.
It has been a lot of time in between the combat, but I did remember that. Dvorak, in his he is looking really bad, but he still knows how to swing a sword. Take. Three plus 5 is 28 piercing damage. No, 28 damage. Some of it's piercing, some is necrotic. As he swings that black sword across your scales again, one of your scales just pries away from your body, and it reveals that tender flesh underneath.
That's a 23 on the Constitution
You
save.
continue to be a dragon. Dragagon moves away. How far?
Am I able to skirt around it?
You can't move closer to it ever.
Yeah, but if I'm... That's a weird thing because, like, I'm not moving closer, but I could technically go like this and not move any closer. Could I
You'd have
skirt
to
around the
make a
outside?
radius around it.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll go around and see if I...
So this is like 80, or you could go straight up. Where are you going? Straight up? And then
I'll probably
skirting?
start up going straight up.
Okay.
It'd take a lot of movement because you have to curl around. You can't just go up and over because the minute you stop going up, you have to go like up. And you have to go like
Can you
out
pass
here
me that
somewhere.
map?
Always be moving farther away from it than you were before.
So you go up 80,
Mhm.
and then you want to move around.
Well, 80 is my movement, so I'm just
that's
moving
right.
up.
So up 80. You are in the air, flying away from this terrifying beholder. Roll a wisdom save.
That is a... 18.
That was versus her. Spell save of 17.
Oh, you save.
You save. You are no longer afraid, and the beholder disappears from existence.
Yeah.
You can hold on to that for good luck.
Have it looking away from me. There. Now I
That
can see.
was
That was Artegan's turn.
Artegan. Raphael. What you doing? Deloran still looks worried. At
Oh,
least
yeah.
the dragon took off. He took one parting swing. He looks back at you, and his attention refocuses. His sword still glows dark.
I say one last chance to call it off. And I will strike him 3 times as I say that.
Last chance
One
to call
last
it
chance to
off.
call it. Oh,
my last hit for him going down will be non-lethal, though. Can I call
gets
that?
there.
Yeah.
And yes, you can call it as you do it,
Okay.
so you don't have to like think about it ahead of time.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Oh no.
What was all that talk about?
He gets one more chance to call it off.
So we'll just. That was
was a 3.
Oh, that was a 3.
Yep.
All right. So, a 15.
Nope.
A 16.
Mm-mm.
All right. I don't hit him.
14, 15,
You have
16.
one last chance to call it off.
Yeah,
and each
sure.
time he dodges out of the way of your strike, just definitely
And you don't have
steps
action
out of the
surge?
way.
I do.
You did
And I
use
will
your action surge,
use-
unless you have 2.
I have another one.
I think you have 1. Do you have 2 at 17?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at some point you get 2.
I know you do. Fighters
I do.
are awesome.
I think
do.
it's
I just
before
don't know
now.
when that point is.
I'm gonna use it right now.
All right.
One last
This
chance to
is
call it
your-
off.
This is your chance to make those words come true.
There you
That's
go.
a lot better.
There you go.
So my lowest one is 25.
Lowest is 25?
Lowest
Yep.
is 25.
Oh, yeah.
It's the exact opposite of what you did last time.
Yeah, it was like 2, 3, 4, and this one is like 17, 16, 15.
He kind of laughs at you as you
That's not
swing
bad.
3 times.
There you
have
go.
one last chance to call
13,
it off. And then you swing 3 more.
18 is 36.
There you go.
36. Finish him.
I guess he doesn't give up, so I strike him down once. I'm gonna guess he falls to his knee, and I
You don't have to guess. This is what's happening.
all right. So I strike him down once. He falls to his knee. I come back with it, strike him kind of around his shoulder area. He falls to the ground, and then my last.
Non-lethal, non-lethal.
You want to pommel him? You want to flat blade him?
Not anymore.
Or you want to
Not
stab
anymore.
him? He did smile and laugh at your first 3 strikes.
Yeah.
Right.
He mocked you. Therefore,
So
murder. He smirked.
You know
I
what's
come
great
in
is we're
and
gonna
I
get
just-
out of this game. You two are gonna be doing things. They're still gonna be in this combat next session.
I just slide.
Yeah, we're
I
like
s-
way ahead now.
I slided the tip slowly into his throat.
Just the
The
tip.
tip. Yeah, we're
It's
not-
okay to be nervous.
It's okay to do things that make you nervous. God, we're fucked up.
Have a synchronicity inspiration over there. All 3 of you. Just the tip.
Yes.
That includes you, Deloran.
I mean, I just fall off the other game. I already have one.
Oh,
I was
that's all
sitting
right.
Use it
on
real
one.
fast.
Yeah, use it right now.
I should have used it when I tried to save versus the mindfucklery, but I was like, oh well.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Nah, I just would probably beat me up, held me down, and done it again.
No, he divinated you.
Yeah. So, can you use
It
it?
changes the roll.
Period. You can't
That's
reroll
it.
after that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's bad.
Maybe it doesn't. Whatever.
Well,
Their turn.
their turn. She screams. She's like, no! And she looks angry. And she continues to fight
Look angry.
and look angry. She does both at the same time. She will make it into range. Well, actually, she stopped short. She will not make it into range. She will come closer, right there, and she will cast a spell again because she's still not in range. You see Gillian bust through the trees. You haven't been able to see him recently, doing whatever he was doing. She's going to
Playing with the shadow guy.
cast Chill Touch. I believe that's a spell attack, right?
Yep.
It's a cantrip. Oh no, that's
But she wants to attack, not to make you save. You get a little cold. Is it cold in here?
She chose poorly.
She did choose poorly. She should have made him roll. He's been rolling like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 2, 3, 4.
The other one that got near you, that was throwing the spear at first, he just used his entire action to get near you. He is going to pull out a weapon. Let's see what he has. He has a spiked chain. He's going to try to melee you down. First hit. Second hit. 2, 4. I'm doing Raphael dance over here. Third hit. He has 3. He did it! Whoop! Natural 20. Oh, Raphael.
Anyone watching that kid just vomited. Like, oh, what happened in the world?
Oh.
And he will choose
You, Pikachu.
that you're going to take some extra damage. That'll be the rider effect. He gets to choose one of 3. So first take 13 piercing damage. Oh, and actually, you got to make a dexterity save off of this. He doesn't get the automatic effect.
Well, he crit, right? So.
But he still makes a dexterity save. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An extra 10 damage.
So 23
23.
instead of 13.
Because he crit.
Okay,
I
so I
always get,
definitely
I get
take the
excited for the
23.
crit, but I don't do the damage.
Do I definitely take the 23?
You definitely take 23 dexterity save. I'm like, I did something, guys.
17.
You do save. So no extra damage. That's what he did, and there's a couple more that are just coming into view down the path, running this way.
Archers?
You can't tell from here, and you're not there. It's dim light.
Fair.
That'll put it back to Artegan. You are no longer afraid.
Well, I don't like her, so I'm gonna land right next to her.
You're 80 feet up. You can get close to her, but you can't get to her exactly.
Well, 80 feet around.
Is there anything happening like over here?
Yes, people are running towards you.
I have my breath. Do I think I could get more than a couple of them?
You can get 2 this time, but you'd have to get to them. And
Well,
like I
it's a
said, they're
60
still
foot
off the
cone.
map.
Yeah, I'm 80 feet up, but I could drop down 80 feet and do Cone of Cold this way.
No one
Or,
is within 60 feet of her.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Artegan doesn't know what to do. You're a dragon, Artegan.
I am a dragon.
What would the dragon
Dude,
do?
what would a
I'll,
dragon do?
Can I get like over here, maybe like this high up, and cause the ice breath to destroy the rest of that building, and
Oh, you could definitely destroy the rest of that building.
maybe take out some people if it's falling
I've been
this way.
so excited to destroy my hard work here.
Blow it up the orphanage.
Yep.
Dragons have no fucks to give.
And you lose. So we'll just rip these away.
Do the people coming up behind it take some boulder damage?
I'm hoping either
Maybe.
60
maybe.
feet this way might do it, or 60 feet or whatever rubble.
I approve. We'll see. Yeah, you get someone. You see one piece of it like fly off like a kind of like a slingshot. Looks like it was under a lot of pressure when it finally broke loose of the stone, and it dinged someone in the head running down the path. Bing! Roll 2d6 for stone head damage.
9.
9 damage. I approve. So that was Artegan's turn. Raphael. And Gillian. He
Does he
runs
make
in
it?
to protect you. That's what he's going to do. He looks pretty hurt.
Yeah, let's take Dvorak out of there.
Oh, you can lay him down.
You can always get back up, It's the thing. Clerics heal people. What?
All right.
It took his full movement to get to you.
Man.
I sneeze again.
Alright, don't use any of my dice. Get your own dice. Here, try this one.
I hit him once.
And try this one. Switch the crappy ones
You
out.
hit her once. No, you hit him once.
I
He's
hit
the
him
one
once.
that crit you.
For 12. Or, I'm sorry, 11.
11 damage. Alright. That's what you did. That was your whole round, huh? Their turn? What's the distance on that? There are 2 more that are now within range of like long distance kind of effects, spells or bows, things like that. You see someone. I think it's just going to happen. Oh no, with your choice. From way back yonder, release a spell. And a crackle of lightning extends from their hands. Once again, make a dex save you, make a dex save Gillian.
Can I just absorb elements this shit?
Is it a reaction?
Yeah.
Have you used a reaction? Then yes. But you still want to make a dex save. Gillian makes the dex save.
I think that's +4, so 16.
That is just enough. But you're still going to take damage. You can choose to absorb elements
I'm an
as
absorb.
well.
Yeah, I'm absorbing elements here.
Lightning surges from your body. It surges into Gillian's body. That's the worst. 13 out of 5d8. 35 lightning damage, halved. So for Gillian,
17.
it's only 17.
And for you, it's 8.
And for you, it's 8. Gillian goes down.
Oh, Gillian, no.
It surges through his body. It starts wrapping itself around his scale mail. He's like, when he hits the ground, he collapses. He drops his shield. He drops his sword.
You led your friend to die.
She still goes.
I know what I did.
Okay.
And he still goes. Well, I guess he's going to keep attacking you, because that seemed to be working, and now Gillian's down next to Dvorak. So he swings on you 3 times. Let's see if we can get some more crits in here. Miss. Miss.
How's it feel, man?
You need that adamantite armor.
Yeah, dude.
Roll a dex save.
Not enough.
He's pretty dexterous.
Not really.
No?
13.
Not enough. Take 23 piercing damage. I think because this is an additional effect that you have to save off of, it's not doubled. But this additional effect's going to do more damage. So 23 piercing damage, and then necrotic damage that won't be doubled because it's an additional effect. I don't actually know the ruling on that, but that's how I'm going to call it. That makes sense. 23.
So 46 more damage.
Necrotic, as his sword, which is also bathed in dark, pierces through you, through your armor. It finds an already exposed cut and just plunges it deep. Did she go? She didn't go. Well, they're going to work you down until you're gone.
Oh, man. That's what it feels like.
I'm not dying.
Roll a Constitution save. She's changing the tactic.
Blight.
Natural
Whoa.
20. Fuck off.
Poison split.
Does not care. You're like,
That was all of them for now.
What is this?
2 more haven't entered the battlefield,
Yeah.
but they're pretty far off. One got gross, smacked in the head a little. Go ahead. It's 11:15. We're gonna end on Merritt, which means next game we're gonna just start back in this cycle of I hate you all, but we're gonna get you back together. It's gonna be so good when we do.
yeah, because I'm going to beat the out of people.
So again, we're gonna start with Artegan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make this easy to remember though. We'll go Artegan,
Start again.
Raphael, them, all in that order. 1, 2, 3.
So Magnus told me not to kill anybody, right?
He said, "Do what you must."
We said subdue them if possible.
He said, but you will know what's best.
All right.
It's your choice.
So did the night pass?
Merit.
Because I feel like
It's
it could be pretty good if the night passed.
Yeah, you need to get the fuck out of there.
Before the night passes.
God damn it!
You're in hell, Merritt. It is hot. You are sweating. You've taken off your armors. You've taken off your clothes. You have drenched, and I mean drenched, your mattress in sweat. You are losing fluids.
I was
you are
like,
losing
what?
weight. You have probably lost 5 or 10 pounds. It's a nice, good sweat out down here in hell. They don't care about your comfort. They haven't offered you a chill bath. You've been provided with water and enough food to sustain yourself. The food was a little questionable. You don't have to
Questionable
eat it
as
if you
in-
don't want to.
Might be expired or might be people.
Maybe both.
Expired people.
I have.
You both deserve that inspiration today. Just
That was good.
doubling up.
Okay.
So, do you want to eat it? You don't have to.
No, I've still got
Yeah.
just like miscellaneous scraps.
You're not
I'm
that
running
crazy,
really low,
right?
but running very low, but I am not out of things like rations.
In that case, I need you to make a constitution check to even sleep. It's so hot.
13.
13. The first hour passes. You can't sleep. You can't
Someone's
rest
never
your
getting
mind. You
off
can't rest your head. You're sweating everywhere. You are finding it more and more difficult to concentrate. Go ahead and roll again. That hour passes. It's getting harder to do.
Behold the madness. This is how it happens. 21.
21. However, after another grueling 30 minutes of your mind racing, whatever's going to happen down here, if you will ever leave, if you'll ever get to sleep, if they let you wake up, eventually your mind drifts and fades, and you fall asleep. You have very, very lucid dreams. Where do you wake? You kind of are controlling it
Where do I wake?
in your mind, in your dreams.
Oh, in the dream. I imagine it's one of those weird dreamlike half Citadel, half Damnation's Hollow, but also half Shadow Storm.
You're being
just kind of
pulled
like-
in different directions.
Mhm.
And each time you're pulled to that direction, you see interpretations of what you believe to be Gaziel everywhere you look. You look in part of Shadow Storm and you see a grotesque statue that has his face carved into it instead of whatever creature it was supposed to be. You're in the Citadel and you see up on that stained glass window that sits in the Worshipper's Hall, the Hall of Healing. It is not Palor's face there. It is a stained glass mural of Gaziel reigning over the lands and the sun. Every time you turn around, he's there. You feel his presence in everything you do. You feel like he's watching you. You get your long rest.
You wake up just drenched.
Oh, yes. You wake up having lost a lot of weight. You feel weak, and you feel one level of exhaustion just from being here.
Change spell slots back.
You get your spell slots back. You get your health back. You get your recharge at dawn spells back. And you've taken an hour to attune to your staff. It is the same staff. It still gives you the +1. But I told you I'd let you know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever CR monster you reduce to 0 hit points will give you that many temporary hit points.
Okay.
That is the power of the Vitorian green steel that's emblazoned now, not emblazoned, welded to the top of your staff. In addition, you can use 2 charges to cast Vampiric Touch from your staff. In addition, you gain 2 Charisma permanently, which increases your maximum to 22.
I didn't have to read no stupid book.
Yeah.
Just had
From
to
your brand.
sell out everything. Oh.
You feel a devil's tongue about you.
Pardon?
Yeah, that sounds
Like-
bad. Like that's
About
like
you?
You have learned a devil's tongue, the way to speak as a devil, how to lie and persuade and maneuver and politic your way in and out of situations. But this is from your brand.
what's
It
it
is
do?
the mark of Gaziel. Gives him a +2 charisma permanently.
the devil's
that goes
tongue.
to +22,
Sure.
or a total of 22.
It's your father's.
Give me
move.
proficiency in deception.
No.
No. Probably good.
I wish I had it too right about now.
I gave you +2 charisma. You're asking for more. This is
I'm
exactly
just-
what Merritt did to Gaziel.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do the thing.
But
You can do that next time you level up as a warlock if you want to. You can switch one of your things.
What are you doing this morning?
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to put... come on, Skizit.
Skizit is there. He tells you about his adventures last night.
Anything worthwhile?
No, I saw Gaziel go to the Halls of Justice. Don't know what he was doing there, and I definitely didn't go in. There's a gaggle of devils that gather there. Don't want to be caught there.
Is my door locked?
You go check.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta do this time.
And I'm going to use my arcane gate, which is basically just portal. And I pass through.
That's
Come through
your
all the way.
sanctuary, right? Oh,
No,
portal?
this
You
is-
go through a door?
Yeah.
What?
He
I'm
can
using
make,
a 6th-level spell slot.
He can make the 2 ends of the portal in different places. Just make one here,
Where's
one
the
out
second
there.
portal come out of?
It's in the hallway.
Oh. Skizit looks, he's like, what the fuck? You did that?
Nice, just step through.
He follows. Hopefully before it shunts him.
And then walk back towards the skull throne.
Alright. You walk into the throne room, and Gaziel is sitting there. He's also sitting with Danoth and his sentinels, his chain devils. He doesn't seem surprised when you walk in. It is still extremely hot. You look pretty bad,
Yeah.
but determined.
I'm using my staff to help me walk. And I get up to between him and his chain devils.
Zadakiel, my son.
I've had an opportunity to make many decisions.
Yes.
I know you have seen most of them.
Your mind is in tatters. Sometimes I don't know what I am looking at or what I see.
Well, if my math is correct. We have 3, maybe 4 days until the eclipse. And Magnus attempts to take his place among the gods. So then I look over at Danoth and I say, are you ready to see what a useful servant can do? And I cast Word of Recall on myself, Gaziel, and the 2 chain devils. And we go
to the Citadel? That's amazing.
What?
You cast Word of Recall, and you are instantly teleported through each layer of hell in the blink of an eye. Into the prime material, into the Citadel, into the portal room. You hear a man shouting, oh my God!
Tim looks like 4 devils.
He looks like his mind almost immediately snapped of some kind of madness, some kind of fear. And he goes into a panic. You can smell the smell of the room as he probably messed himself in the panic.
Oh, God.
Brimstone and diarrhea.
Yeah, basically.
And that's where we're going to leave off. Standing next to Gaziel and the Chain Devils.
Wow.
Did not see that coming so soon.
At all?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The original plan was to go back myself and then eventually get him to come. But things changed. Now, what Merritt really needs is you to help me kill Gaziel.
Me?
I'm pretty sure that you're there. Good old buddy, old pal Deloran Cooper.
I don't know.
He's like, on second thought, I'm not going to the Citadel. I'm actually going over here. Okay, thanks,
I don't know
bye.
when I show up in the timeline, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'll be the next morning for these guys. These guys have been fighting this battle longer than we fought the Battle of Woodhaven.
That would be perfect for me.
They're 2 men fighting the entire estate.
What if I help you fight him, but don't beat him until
Hey,
you're down?
you don't know. You don't know. You might piss your own self.
I'm immune to fear.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I can't be afraid. I'm too stupid.
That is... Yep. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We're gonna call it there. This is gonna be the game where everyone gets to level up again to level 18.
Oh, shit.
This is like...
From my brand sprout to black condor wings.
This is like endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put on some happy music. I don't like this. That didn't feel too happy.
This is the last quarter. Like, this is the last quarter of this game.
Less.
This quarter. This is... Yeah, I mean, we've got...
We've been 90% of the way there.
I don't feel so good, Daddy. Oh,
Who's
God.
that?
That's crazy. Let's go over our followers, and then we'll do roses and thorns before we go
That's
out for
totally
the night.
Pinhead.
And again, Ilbeard, 1 year of your subscription. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Beback Storm, DCXT, Sand Wrinkle, SSJ Yamcha, Trevor C. Thank you all for your follows. Thank you, Juliana Gray. We appreciate everyone here. If you like the music that we play in the background, you can find that in the links under this video for the YouTube channel. I guess I'm going to start with my roses and thorns. I've been starting lately. Go ahead, Josh. You start.
Roses and Thorns. I love that I am for real evil now. That is great. That's one of my roses. That I finally get to try and smite the living fuck out of the party. Cool. I think it'll be really interesting. I like the way that the twisted the story. Thorns. The fact that we are all in different places, and so just get less playtime. I guess I feel like I would have liked more playtime.
I'd have liked to have more playtime too.
Yeah, but that's it.
24-hour charity stream.
Or don't split up. There's an easy answer for that. Go ahead, Matt.
So Rose, it was all around a freaking great game on all three fronts. Would have liked to see a little bit more of Deloran, maybe a little bit more of Merritt, but like super freaking interesting all the way through, captivating. You did a good job. So the DMing was my Rose. You did a great job of
broken brain.
You did a great job of it again. My Thorn. I don't really have a true Thorn. So I'll just say this battle's overwhelming, and it's no one's fault but our own.
True. Alex.
I'll say Rose is things are getting interesting, and I'm very curious where it's gonna go from here.
Me too.
My Thorn would probably be split between, well, there's always the obvious, we split up and it's annoying to bounce between us and stuff like that. But also, just being high level and having the ability to do so much. True polymorph, I don't know what a white dragon does. I've never controlled a white dragon. It's really hard to figure out how to use it. And at the same time, you were using a spellcaster, and you're like, wow, really high-level spellcaster is really hard to work. So
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, we were doing what we weren't used to, and it made it difficult.
Next time give me the white dragon, you be the spellcaster.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yep.
Brian.
Well, my Rose at the moment, it was about halfway through the episode session that I realized how I was going to end it. And I was real nervous about the pacing and whether or not it was going to work out as like a good cliffhanger. But the timing just kind of worked out right. And so that was a positive. Because I felt like it would have been a little bit weird and clunky if it happened first thing next session. We're like, hey, we're back. What do you do?
I go to hell. I get out of hell with my dad.
So that would have been weird. But
Scorpion Rock.
I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have a week in between.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, do I let him know? I was trying to figure out.
You do what?
But yeah, so I think that would be my Rose right now. My Thorn meets suggestion. I think there was times where we shifted back and forth too many times. Like, I think if we just had longer each of our sections, like if we each just had 2 sections in the game rather than each of us having, I think it was like 4 or 5, and let each of them run longer, let those keep playing out.
I think you had 3.
Did I have 3?
I had your original
3 or
meeting with
4.
Magnus, then Augustus.
Oh yeah,
and then Augustus
mind
and
raped.
Magnus.
You're right.
Yeah.
I guess I did have a bunch.
Yeah. So, but because they were all,
kind of
I
fast.
think
4 minutes
were
apiece.
a little shorter.
Yeah, we didn't have
Combat.
the Battle of Woodhaven meets Dragon again.
Yeah.
So my Rose, I kind of give you. I told you so. That's my Rose. I told you so. What are you doing, splitting up into different planes? I'm gonna go meet Magnus. What is
So here's the thing. Ready?
What are you thinking?
I just want to put a pause on this for 1 second and just think about this. How long have we been playing?
Too long.
Playing
Like 18 months.
Okay.
This campaign.
Have we ever failed to split the party? No.
There must have been a time when we failed.
So my
Once.
question is,
Maybe twice.
why do you delusionally expect different things from us now? That's my question. I feel like we would have trained you by now.
I feel like the way you did it was the worst way possible. I go
Agreed.
to hell. I go be Magnus's prisoner.
Yep.
Those 2 ends of the spectrum, I'm just like, when you first did that, I was like, holy crap. And then when you went to Riverstorm, I was like, well, maybe he just tries to hide out, get out, and run. No, I'm going to go talk to Magnus. We're buddies.
I mean, if I ran, there's no conceivable way that Deloran would re-enter the storyline in time to actually do anything. It would take me weeks to get north.
Tried to find Anderson.
But hey, you got your
idea.
armor?
But you got your armor.
And the magic
So
shield, the boot.
my rose is I got to finally tell you, I told you so. And then I really enjoyed that you made yourself Magnus's prisoner. I'm not going to lie. Because the minute you said that, I was
a
like,
good idea at the time.
You have no idea what you just did.
Mhm.
I mean,
And it took a
I
full
thought he
week
was just
for it
going
to
to kill
come.
me.
2 weeks for it to come to fruition. Where, yes, you're going to stay in the story, bud. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Merritt going to hell. I mean, I didn't see that one coming. And I'm kind of happy that I made a devil that convinced you somehow to take him with you? What just happened?
There's a little bit of heat exhaustion going on, but also, like you said, between Nerul and Monroe, he's not sure there's a good answer, so sometimes you have to play the wild card and hope that things...
We need a third card to drop on Magnus.
Yeah, one is Oblivion. Nerul can't win. Magnus, I think, is too chaotic and I'm too related to the bad things he's done. Where Gaziel is more of an abstract and definitely evil, but like a lawful, orderly monster. And I think that it could be like a tyranny that humanity can survive under. Is kind of how he's justifying it. As opposed to Magnus is just going to butcher by the thousands, last I heard. And Nerul is the same way. So it's like...
I love it.
I would rather live under oppression than have everyone be dead. Merritt is not a live free or die guy.
I'm just glad that
He's like, no, live.
I'm glad I was able to bring a story together with you guys enough to make that happen, because that I never would have seen that coming. And that's kind of the beauty of role playing, is you guys make the craziest choices that add to the story, and it's kind of awesome. That'll be my rose. My thorn, probably the splitting, not just the splitting the party, but like the jump stops between like switching over. It's more of like a hard stop go instead of a smooth flow where it goes from you to you to you, which when you're together it's just easier to make it flow. Get back into combat. Whose turn was it? What was going on? Get back to my what did they last say? Where did we leave off? So that's my thorn. But it was still really fun. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let you guys level up to level 18. You're 2 levels away from cap. We don't have to finish at 20. There might still be story.
We can just be 20 for a little while.
And then that's all I got. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you next week. Thank you, 12-side guy.
We needed this
for
level up.
100 biddies.
We needed this level up.
Have you looked at all into epic leveling?
There is no epic level.
There's no level 21?
Nope.
No way to do anything?
That was 3.5, but you can get like boons and stuff. I mean, you just got a boon. You have the Mark of Gaziel. That's literally like an epic level boon.
Yeah.
Hey, go you.
Got it.